Mitchell along with James Capers and J.B. DeRosa. Knicks control the tip. They're going left to right. We're underway. The Eastern Conference Finals have begun here in New York. Karl-Anthony Towns out front at the three-point arc, looking for somebody to pass it to. Towns against Mobley. Towns right side to Anunoby. Anunoby, 1 on the clock. He's got to let it fly. Missed the three ball, and the rebound tracked down by Evan Mobley.
First good defensive stand, Tim. They played it very physical and very aggressively.
Just underway here in New York. James Harden out front against Mikal Bridges. Bounce in the lane to Allen. He'll put it up off the glass. No offensive rebound, though. Dean Wade on the handoff to Harden. James into the lane, floats and scores. And the Cavaliers have the first 2 points of this game and series.
Second shot opportunities count.
Here's Josh Harden. Harden for New York, top of the three-point arc. Left side to Brunson. Brunson to the baseline. Left wing to Towns. Towns bumps into ball to Mobley. Missed the shot on a three-ball rebound grab by Jared Allen. Allen gave it to Harden. Lob on the baseline to Mobley. Mobley backing, went up, tried to dunk it. No, but he got fouled.
And you called it, Tim. He tried to dunk it. Staying physical. He had the smaller Bridges on him. Why? Because he ran the floor, got down there early. Bridges had to take him because he was in the low post. Evan Mobley has played outstanding basketball. And it all started, Tim, in that Pistons series. He believes he can get it done.
Mobley in the playoffs, 17 points, 8 rebounds per game as he missed that first free throw. Regular season, 18.2 points and 9 rebounds per game. Hey, the 2026 Cavs playoffs collection is available at Center Court locations
he can get it done.
And also online. Mobley, fans score free shipping on online orders over $50. So get your playoff gear at Cavs.com/shop. Mobley splits the pair. Cavaliers have a 3-0 lead. 10:35 to go first quarter in what is an electric Madison Square Garden on a Tuesday night. Karl-Anthony Towns for the Knicks. Towns looking, left wing to Brunson. Brunson comes around Towns, unloads a three, missed it off the back of the rim. Rebound Donovan Mitchell. Outlet pass to Harden. Harden up the right sideline, right in front of the Knicks bench, gave it to Mobley. Evan, three, no. Rebound Mikal Bridges for the Knicks. Tosses it to Brunson. Brunson into the forecourt, met by Mitchell. Brunson left corner to Towns. Gives it off to Bridges. He'll drive and score. Mikal Bridges with his first 2 points of the ball game. And the Knicks are on the board. It's 3-2. Mitchell at the half-court line. And Scott Foster said he dribbled it into the backcourt, and over and back call against the Cavaliers.
Tim, he did step back with his heel, but the ball was in the forecourt.
So the Knicks have it on the Cavalier turnover. 9:53 to go, first quarter. Game 2, Thursday night. And then the scene will shift to Cleveland for games 3 and 4, Saturday and Monday. Every game is an 8 o'clock tip. Here's Brunson out front. Brunson against Mobley. Brunson left to the key, stops, left to the lane, spins, banks, missed. Rebound grab by Dean Wade. Outlet pass to Harden. Harden comes right to the key. Harden still on the dribble, right in front of Mike Brown. Harden steps through a double team, gave it to Wade. Wade out front, Mitchell. Mitchell fakes the three, steps left, unloads, got it! Donovan Mitchell hit it from Brooklyn.
That extra pass, Tim, that extra pass was the difference.
Donovan Mitchell, his three-point shooting has been off in the playoffs at 31%, but that was perfect. Cavs up 6-2. Here's Towns, left of the lane, backing down Mobley. Towns spinning to the baseline, fumbled the ball, got it back, left wing to Bridges. Bridges with 5 on the clock. Bridges now on the move into the paint. And a whistle and a foul.
Really?
Got that one on James Harden.
And I don't blame James. He's looking to say, where? You let the offensive push off?
So it'll be Knicks basketball, 8:56 to go in the first. Cavaliers with an early 6-2 lead. Brunson bounces it into Josh Hart. Hart in front of the Cavs bench. Got it out front to Towns. Towns into Mobley. Lost the ball. Out of there with it comes Mitchell. Mitchell left of the lane into a double team. Scoop scores with the left hand.
Off their defense, Tim.
Donovan took that into a double team and got it to roll home, and the Cavs are up 8-2. Bridges, right of the lane, pulls up on Allen, missed it, rebound, ricochets, goes off the foot of Jared Allen, out of bounds. Keep in mind, Donovan Mitchell's Game 1 resume as far as his playoff history. In 13 Game 1s, he averages over 32 points per game. He loves Game 1s. Boy, it's got to be extra special to have a Game 1 here at MSG, where he spent a lot of time as a youngster. Here's Brunson, right of the lane. Short little shot good for Jalen Brunson. 8-4, Cavs by 4. Hart crosses the half-court line. Over his shoulder to Wade, sideline right to Mitchell. Mitchell, right of the lane, banks and scores, and there's a hot start for Donovan Mitchell. He's got 7 of the Cavaliers' first 10. 4 minutes off the clock, Cavs up 10-4. Brunson bounces it behind him to Hart, bobbled it, finally scooped it up, gave it to Bridges, lob top of the three-point arc to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns just pawing that ball with the right hand. Right wing Hart, 3-ball Hart, no, rebound deflects to Evan Mobley. On the handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell up the right side. Mitchell gets bumped by Brunson, gave it up to Mobley, hands it right back to Mitchell. His bounce pass deflected, Mobley able to stab it. Mobley, right of the lane, fires left side, and the ball deflected out of bounds by OG Anunoby.
Good recovery by Mobley, Tim, and then he still attacked the paint and was trying to find the open man. Keeping the pressure on the Knicks is important on their defense. Make them defend.
We talk about rust versus rest. New York does look a little out of sync early on, Jim.
Well, I think a lot of it is the Cavalier defense. The Cavalier defense getting it done.
Hart bounces it into Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell against Hart. Stops. 3. Nope. Rebound grab by Mikal Bridges. Knicks going left to right, heading towards the Cavs bench. Towns, right corner to Hart. Hart against Mitchell. Hart, right of the lane. Bounce back out front to Karl Anthony Towns. Cat against Jared Allen. Gives it up to Brunson. Back in the right corner to Hart. His 3, no. And his 3-ball has been off through the entire postseason. He's at 27%. Here's Harden down the lane, drives, missed. Rebound grab by Karl Anthony Towns, quickly to Brunson. Brunson crosses the half-court line. Right side to Anunoby. Anunoby spinning on Wade, and then Wade knocked it out of bounds. It will belong to the Knicks after the timeout. 10-4. Cavs with a good start. They're up by 6. 6:42 to go first quarter at MSG, Madison Square Garden. And on the Cavaliers Medical Mutual Audioverse.
Black Eagle, Black Eagle, Black Eagle. Prime music, prime music. Black Eagle,
steps through a double team, gave it to Wade. Wade out front, Mitchell. Mitchell fakes the three, steps left, unloads, got it! Donovan Mitchell hit it from Brooklyn.
That extra pass, Tim, that extra pass was the difference.
Harden crosses the half-court line. Over his shoulder to Wade, sideline right to Mitchell. Mitchell, run of the lane, banks and scores, and there's a hot start for Donovan Mitchell. He's got 7 of the Cavaliers' first 10. And Cavaliers with 10 early on as they lead the Knicks here at Madison Square Garden. 10-4, Cavaliers on top. Game 1 of this Eastern Conference Finals. We mentioned Donovan Mitchell with 7 early points for the Cavaliers. It's Dean Wade, though, who's putting up some impressive numbers. He has 3 assists and 3 rebounds early on for the Cavaliers. So the Cavs off to the good start as they look to jump on the Knicks early. In fact, Kenny Atkinson will now turn to his bench out of this first time out in the ball game. Here comes Sam Merrill in the contest. How about his Game 7 performance when he had 23 against the Pistons on Sunday? Sam Merrill in. Max Strus also in the ball game for the Cavaliers.
And Tim, those two play so well together, talking about Strus and Merrill. Merrill's going to get some looks.
Cavaliers basketball, or excuse me, Knicks basketball. Knicks ball off the timeout. Get it into Brunson. Brunson on the left side. Brunson out front against Wade, and that's a matchup that Dean has done very well with. Brunson will lob it to Karl Anthony Towns. He's against Strus. Towns to the bucket. Blocked by Allen! Oh, Jared rose up like the Empire State Building. Harden, right side to Wade. Harden got it back from Wade. Harden swings it left side. Merrill, left corner Strus. Max 3. No. Rebound grab by Harden.
Good look.
Harden down the floor to Brunson. Original 5 still on the 4 for the Knicks. Here's Brunson on the right wing. He'll pull up, shoot, and hit.
That high dribble screen, he lives off of that, Tim.
Brunson makes it 10-6. Harden, left side Wade. Dean, open 3. No. Allen snags the rebound. Jared in the paint, had it knocked away. Got it back. Rolls, banks, missed. Rebound grab by OG Anunoby ahead to Hart. Hart spins away from Harden and has an easy layup. Josh Hart makes it a 10-8 ball game. Knicks back to within 2. Here's Allen, right side Wade, right corner Merrill. Merrill comes right of the lane, into the lane. Sam, left wing, tosses it to Strus. 6 on the shot clock. Strus will give it up to Harden. Harden out front against Bridges. 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock. Harden into the lane. He'll float, bounce, no. Rebound loose on the floor. Wade has another one. Right wing Merrill. 3 in and out. Rebound Allen as he got locked up with Karl Anthony Towns, and the foul will be called on Karl Anthony Towns.
And Tim, all of that works. First, the second shot opportunities. Knicks are shooting 30% from the field, and the Cavaliers have just dropped down to 30. They were at 50 before the timeout. But this is the kind of game it's going to be. You got to grind it out, and you got to get extra possessions, and the offensive rebounds can get you there.
And now Dennis Schroeder checks in for the Cavaliers as Dean Wade will sit down. New York will counter with Mitchell Robinson. Well, Robinson was inactive against the Cavs on opening night, but in the next 2 games, rebounding games of 13 and 16.
And I would dare to say most of them were offensive rebounds. He is a monster, knows how to use that body.
Schroeder will lob it into Harden. Harden, 10 on the shot clock with 5 minutes to go. Harden, right of the lane, fires out front to Strus. Strus got hit, left corner to Schroeder. 3 ball, perfect! Dennis Schroeder, the shooter, hit it from the corner. And the Cavaliers are up 13-8. Schroeder with the 3 ball. Pushes the Cavs advantage back to 5 with 4:40 to go. Brunson out front. Brunson against Schroeder. Brunson, front of the lane, backing down Schroeder. The fadeaway, no, but a foul will be called on Dennis Schroeder. And that will put Brunson at the free throw line. I want to remind you the Cavaliers Community Foundation invests in organizations that directly support youth in North.
ability to get open off that high dribble screen. And when he's missing shots from the field, he's been able to get to the line, and that's where he's dangerous. If he's going to the line, you're in trouble.
Brunson with games of 23, 34 on Christmas Day, and then 20 against the Cavs in the third and final matchup. Hit both free throws, 13 to 10. As Jim said, Brunson with 6 of New York's 10 points. Out front, there's a steal by Robinson as the pass was lazy getting to Jared Allen. Here comes Bridges down the lane, drives and scores on Jared Allen. So Mikal Bridges gets the Knicks to within 1, 13 to 12. Here's Schroeder at the other end. Dennis tosses it out front to Harden. Harden at the half-court line against Miles McBride. They call him Deuce. McBride in the game. Bounced it, Harden to Schroeder. To Strus, back to Schroeder. 3, nope. Rebound grab by Mitchell Robinson.
Good look.
And New York looking for their first lead in the ball game. Cavs up 13 to 12. Here's Brunson, one of the lane under the basket. Reverse layup, good. Timeout, Cavaliers. Jalen Brunson has come out, popped in 8, and the Knicks have their first lead. 14-13, 3:46 to go, first quarter. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Thrilled to bring it to you all along the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Bucket blocked by Allen. Oh, Jared rose up like the Empire State Building. And that was one very impressive Jared Allen block. Jared Allen continues to be a shot blocking machine here in the postseason. And of course, for every block made by a Cavalier, KeyBank donates $25 to the Cavaliers Community Foundation. New York has their first lead of the ball game. 3:46 to go, first quarter. Knicks on top of the Cavaliers at 14-13.
And Tim, you're talking about block shots. He and Mobley both, since the beginning of the playoffs, they're averaging 1.9. Let's give them 2 block shots a game. So they've done a better job of patrolling and helping their team.
Let's check in with Serena Witters out of that Cavaliers timeout. Serena?
Well, Tim, one of the big things that Kenny liked is just their quick decision-making, especially with the blitz, right? They've done a great job there. And then, guys, the other thing I'd watch out for is just rotations in this series. I had asked Kenny Atkinson before this game, since after the Detroit series, he obviously shrunk his rotation, how he views it. You know, is there a carryover or is it a fresh start? He says he looks at this as a fresh start. He wants to give guys opportunities and see how this series goes on.
Donovan Mitchell back in. But Strus got his pocket picked by Mikal Bridges, who heads to the other end and slams it home. So Mikal Bridges makes it 16-13. Knicks now by 3. Here's Schroeder, left of the lane. He'll float and is rimmed out. Rebound grab by Robinson. Ahead to Brunson. Brunson weaving his way to the left side. Behind his back on the dribble. Loses Schroeder. Brunson, foul line shot good. 10 straight by the Knicks, and their lead is up to 5 at 18-13. 3 minutes to go here at MSG. Mobley, his pass right side, knocked away. Mobley got it back, and then he got called for travel by J.B. DeRosa.
And he didn't travel, Tim. He just moved his feet in a hurry to get the ball and gain possession. I think the officials are a little bit nervous. They're feeling some of the pressure also.
Here's Mikal Bridges for New York. They've scored 10 straight. They're up by 5. Bridges, lob to Robinson, and he'll dunk it. Mitchell Robinson with his first 2. And this place is roaring.
I smell another timeout coming.
Donovan Mitchell fires left side to Mobley. Left corner Merrill. Sam for 3. No. Rebound grab by Mikal Bridges. Cavaliers now 2 of 8. And now Strus with a steal. Strus gives it off to Schroeder. Schroeder in the backcourt, spins away from Jordan Clarkson, who's now in. Strus, left wing 3, no. Offensive rebound, Mobley. And a whistle and a foul. We're going to get that one on the Knicks as Mobley got pushed after he grabbed that rebound.
And good hustle by Mob, getting that extra possession. Better take better care of the ball.
Cavs down 7. New York has surged into the lead.
Off of their defense.
Sure have. Cavaliers 5 of 18 from the field and 2 of 10 from downtown. Here's Merrill, comes underneath the basket, left wing to Strus. Strus had it knocked out of his hand, scooped up by Robinson. In the middle is Clarkson. Clarkson feeds left side, open 3, McBride missed it. Rebound, Robinson saved it into Hart. Got it out front to McBride. Baseline left to Clarkson, tosses it back to McBride. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. McBride in between the circles. McBride right side to Hart, 1 on the clock. He's got to let it fly and barely graze the rim. Rebound grab by Mobley. Mobley through the center circle. Mobley comes right down the lane. His pass out front, knocked away, but grabbed by Schroeder. And then Schroeder's pass kicked out of bounds by Jalen Brunson.
And Tim, we've seen this before. They're going to double team Donovan anytime they get a chance. With or without a pick and roll or a high dribble screen. They're going to guard him. So he's got to be smart about it and find the open man.
Donovan right in front of the Knicks bench. Lobs it into Merrill, right back to Mitchell. Right corner 3, no. Cavs cold shooting continues. Here comes Hart to the other end. Right wing Brunson, 3 ball. Nope. Rebound saved by McBride. Got it to Clarkson. Lobs it in the lane, but he threw it to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell ahead to Strus. Strus fumbles it, gathers it, throws it down low to Mobley. Cross court Schroeder. Wide open 3. In and out. Rebound grab by Jordan Clarkson. Cavaliers
Getting looks.
getting good looks. Can't hit from downtown. They're now 2 of 11. Under a minute to go. Brunson 3, way off. Rebound grab by Donovan Mitchell. Still a 7-point lead for the Knicks. The Cavs sitting at 13 points. Merrill drives, scores, and he got knocked down. Sam Merrill with a chance for an and 1.
And when did he get it, Tim? Early in the clock, before that tough New York Knicks defense could get set. He was in the rim.
Sam Merrill chance for an and 1. Cavaliers within 5 at 20-15.
I tell you what, Tim, after all of this that's gone on in the last 3 minutes in the Knicks' favor, the Cavs are going to put themselves and they're within 4.
Merrill swishes that free throw. As always, outstanding free throw shooting for the young man from Bountiful, Utah. He's at 20-16 with under 40 seconds to go. Clarkson, left wing three ball. Swish. Jordan Clarkson. That's his first three ball in the playoffs. He had been 0 of 8 before that one. 23-16, Cavs down 7. Schroeder on the right side. Got it at the half-court line to Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell against McBride. One of the lane. Pulls up, shoots. No good. Rebound grab by Hart. And New York will wind it all the way down for the final shot here in the first quarter of play. Brunson out front against Schroeder. Bounce right side to Hart. Hart to the foul line. Will shoot on Strus. Hit it. No. Scott Foster will wave it off. He's got a foul on Strus before the shot.
We'll take that.
They got the foul on Strus. Scott Foster said the reach came before the shot, so New York will have 1.9. As for the Cavaliers, that was their first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Tim, look at it, trying to get Jared in the game, trying to get one more defensive player in there.
Allen in, Merrill out. 23-16, Knicks by 7. It'll be Clarkson to inbound, just to the right of the Cavalier bench. Jordan Clarkson, former Cavalier, looking, got it into Brunson. Brunson steps left, long three, off the rim. Nope, that will end quarter number 1. Cavaliers with their low for a quarter in the playoffs. Their previous low was 17. Well, tonight, they've got 16 at the end of 1. Knicks lead at 23-16 at the end of 1 at MSG and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Good evening to you. Good to see y'all. Appreciate you deciding to hang out with Potoi for a couple of hours. We'll have a good ball game. A lot of New York. A lot of New York. Hey, I just wanted to say what's up. Some people are new. They'll be like, where's that voice coming from? I'm the guy who runs the channel. This is what we do. Anyway, commercial break. Potoi.
Cavaliers had jumped out to an 8-2 lead on the Knicks, but then the Cavs went stone cold and New York got it rolling. And now the Knicks with a 7-point lead at the end of 1, 23-16 as we head to quarter number 2 here at MSG. Tim Elkhorn, Jim Jones, Serena Winters in New York, back in Cleveland. Let's check in with Brad Sellers and Mike Snyder.
Yeah, Tim, they did have a very good beginning. In fact, they were up 13-8, and then they didn't score for the next 4 minutes. Brad Sellers, what did you see, and what needs to happen to get this thing turned in the other direction?
Well, first of all, we got to weather the storm. You know, the Garden's an erratic place. It can get very loud on you, so you got to just weather the storm. As Jim Chones said earlier in the pregame, possessions are important here. We got to take care of the basketball. We're too loosey-goosey with the ball at this point in time. Unforced turnovers are leading to outbreaks for the Knicks. We have to assert ourselves offensively. We're only 2 of 12 from 3, 6 of 22 from field goals. We have to find a way to stay close, Mike. We got to find a way to keep the Garden quiet.
There you go. Hang in there, and let's hope for a better second quarter here as we send it back to Tim and Jim.
All righty, thank you, guys. Here we go. Second quarter underway. Cavs with the ball, going right to left. Here's Donovan Mitchell through the center circle. Bounce right side to Mobley. Mobley swings it sideline left to Schroeder. Schroeder on the right-hand dribble. Bounce to Mobley. Mobley had it knocked away. Got it back. Mobley fires out front to Schroeder. Schroeder against Hart. Schroeder, 3 on the clock. Got it to Mobley. Left of the key. Fade away. In and out. Rebound grab by Josh Hart.
Tim, how many times have you said that early in this game? In and out.
At the other end, 3-ball missed by Alvarado, who's checked in. Jose Alvarado came over from New Orleans at the trade deadline. Mitchell into the paint, sidesteps Alvarado and banked it in.
And that's where he's had success all playoffs, Tim. Talking about Mitchell early in the clock.
Cavs back to within 5, 23-18. Early second quarter at MSG in game 1. Here's Clarkson, run of the lane. Clarkson against Wade. Clarkson got it out front to Alvarado. Swings it to Clarkson. Clarkson, left wing, Hart, 3, no. Rebound, Cat can't save it in.
Not bad defense by the Cavaliers, but the Knicks played it a little bit better, Tim. That's why they're winning.
Cavs down 5 as Mobley will throw it into Schroeder. Boy, Alvarado almost picked that one off. Schroeder into the forecourt. Brunson right now getting a rest. Here's Schroeder around a Mobley screen. Schroeder, left wing Mobley. He's got an open 3. He'll shoot it. That's a brick. Rebound grab by Josh Hart. Hart slips down, kept his dribble, got back up and heads to the forecourt. Hart, left side to Alvarado. He'll drive and score with the left hand. Well, there's a collision down low, nothing called. Cavs find themselves down 7 at 25-18. Here's Donovan Mitchell. Right side against McBride. Mitchell out front, Mobley. Mobley right of the key, into the lane, driving, banking, scoring.
Good shot by Mob, Tim. He didn't give in. He didn't settle for the jumper. He got something better.
He has his first field goal of the ball game, makes it 25-20. Lob into Cat. Cat right of the lane will bank and score. Karl Anthony Towns with his first 2 points of the ball game. Here's Schroeder, sideline right to Strus, right back to Schroeder, swings it to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell against Clarkson. Mitchell, crossover dribble, left wing Schroeder. Dennis, 3, no, long rebound Clarkson. And the Cavs' 3-ball shooting woes continue. Hart into the lane, fake Schroeder up the right hand and good off the glass. Josh Hart gives the Knicks their biggest lead. It's 29-20, 9:18 to go in the half. Here's Mobley, right at the key, fakes the pass, spinning. Lob out front to Schroeder, gave it right back to Mobley. Mobley into the paint, on the dribble, spinning, banking, and scoring again with the left hand.
Way to go, Mo. Stay with it.
29-22, Cavs back to within 7. Hart in the lane, tough shot on Wade, and he rolled it in. 31-22 Knicks, 8:50 to go first half. Schroeder comes around a Mobley screen. Schroeder driving by Alvarado. He'll bank and miss. Schroeder got knocked down, no foul called. Towns with the rebound. Karl Anthony Towns ahead to Alvarado. Alvarado in the middle to Towns. Cat likes to 3. He's going to shoot it there. It's in and out. Rebound grabbed by Mobley. Karl Anthony Towns is not bashful about shooting long ball. Mitchell got knocked down out front by Deuce McBride. Foul on McBride will be his first.
Cavaliers just need to stay with it, Tim. Stay right with it. Stay competitive. Stay aggressive. Stay in attack mode.
Harden, Allen, and now Keon Ellis in for the Cavaliers. Boy, Keon Ellis barely played in the Detroit series, but Ellis now checks in as Mobley, Schroeder, Here's our third Cav to sit down, Strus.
And you know what Ellis can do, Tim? Defensively,
Can
he's
defend.
tough.
And Landry Shamet enters for the first time for the Knicks. Cavs with the ball, down by 9. Mitchell bounce to Allen. Allen right side Harden, right corner Wade. Dean, 3, got it! Dean Wade, maybe that'll get the Cavs
Bucket.
off the schneid. Makes it 31-25.
Come on, New York.
Cavaliers now 3 of 15 from downtown. Knicks with the ball and a 6-point lead. Here's Alvarado, right of the lane, throws it up and in. Just a floater from Jose Alvarado.
You got to guard him, Tim. He's not a real point guard. He likes to score and can do it.
James Harden, only a field goal, comes left of the lane, lost it off his leg, got it back out front to Ellis in the middle to Wade. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell outside the arc against Shamet. Mitchell crossover dribble, spinning. Alvarado tied him up. Mitchell 3 on the clock, got it to Harden, touch pass Ellis, and he fumbled it out of bounds. Keon wanted to shoot that ball before he had it in his hands.
But that's what good defense will do. That's what the Knicks are. They're being physical, a lot of hands. They're making us hurry. Don't hurry. Keep your poise.
Knicks want to get some guys in as Brunson, along with OG Anunoby, wait at the scorer's table, but J.B. DeRosa won't let him in, so Mike Brown says, well, if that's the case, I'll take a timeout. Timeout taken by New York. Knicks up by 8, 33-25. They lead the Cavs with 7:29 to go second quarter. And on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Side against McBride. Mitchell out front, Mobley. Mobley right of the key, into the lane, driving, Keane scoring.
Good shot by Mob, Tim. He didn't give in. He didn't settle for the jumper. He got something better.
Here's Mobley right of the key, fakes the pass, spinning. Lob out front to Schroeder. Gave it right back to Mobley. Mobley into the paint, on the dribble, spinning, banking, and scoring again with the left hand.
Way to go, Mo. Stay with it.
Cavs down 8. Knicks leading 33-25. 7:29 to go first half here at the Mecca of basketball, Madison Square Garden in New York. Hey, create a free Cavs rewards account and link your card to be automatically entered to win 2026 Cavs playoff tickets. Join at Cavs.com/rewards. Cavaliers will take the floor with James Harden, Sam Merrill, Dean Wade, Keon Ellis, and Jared Allen. She's not on the floor, but she's pretty close. Let's check in with Serena Winters.
She's got the best seats.
Hey, well, Max Strus in that huddle said, hey, guys, we just need to be calm, composed. We've got to get a good shot every possession on the offensive side of things. And then defensively, guys, their point of attack defense has to be better. And then also getting in the paint more, right? They did a great job of that the past few minutes. Their shots, all their field goals since that last huddle came in the paint because they were attacking there. Let's see if they can continue to do that.
Thank you.
Brunson back in for the Knicks. Brunson bounce right side to Mikal Bridges. He's also re-entered. Bridges left of the lane, got knocked down. They'll call that foul on Keon Ellis. It'll be a side out, no shot attempt.
Yeah, I'll take it.
For
But
Mikal Bridges.
Tim, how do you like you? He's your guy, Ellis, and that's the kind of defense you want, especially against someone like Bridges, because he can erupt. Don't let him erupt. Be physical with him like most teams do.
Here's Jalen Brunson over on the far side. Has a 10-point ball game all in the first quarter, as this is his first action in quarter number 2. Brunson out front, gives it off to Landry Shamet. Shamet lob right side to Brunson, and he simply lost it out of bounds. Nope, they're going to say Sam Merrill actually touched that basketball.
Yeah, they got better eyes than us because they're closer, Tim. But it sure did look like Brunson knocked that baby out.
2.8 for the Knicks to shoot. 2.8 for New York to get a shot off. They're up by 8, 33-25. It'll be Landry Shamet near sideline as he gets the ball from Scott Foster. Shamet looking, got it out front. Brunson with 1 on the clock. Brunson, desperation 3, no, it didn't hit anything. Shot clock violation.
Jim, the Cavs defense is really not that bad overall. Just the Knicks have been a little bit better with that defensive spurt they had earlier.
And there was the length of Dean Wade really disrupting that shot.
You're right.
Of Brunson. Here's Harden in the lane. He'll float, and it rolled on the front of the rim and fell through. So James Harden gets the Cavs to within 6, 33-27. Don't forget, Mike Snyder's coming up at the half with the McDonald's halftime report. Mike and Brad Sellers with the McDonald's halftime report at the intermission. Here's Brunson out front. Jared Allen has him on a switch. Brunson gave it off to Anunoby, sideline right with a 3 that missed, and the rebound out of bounds off Mitchell Robinson.
I'm just saying, the Cavalier defense is not that bad. They just can't keep turning that thing over.
Cavs down 6, 6:20 to go here in the first half of play. Harden through the center circle, double team, had it knocked away. Brunson with the steal, Brunson with the layup.
That's what I'm talking about. Cavs are their own worst enemy.
Harden just got blitzed at the half-court line. Got double teamed.
Same thing again.
Swallowed him up like a Venus flytrap. He had nowhere to go with it. Here's Harden left of the key, left of the lane. Fires out front to Keon Ellis. Swings it on the right side to Allen. Bounce to Ellis. Ellis lost it coming down the lane. And Scott Foster looks at J.B. DeRosa. DeRosa says, Knick basketball.
Of course.
So New York by 8 with 5:48 to go here in the second quarter of play. Here's Brunson through the center circle. Brunson got it out front. Landry Shamet. Shamet against Merrill. Shamet driving, scooping, no. Ball out of bounds. And they'll say it went off Keon Ellis. The Cavaliers.
Shamet trying to get a Jalen Brunson foul. Officials weren't going for it. He just lost his footing. Merrill was right there with him.
We've seen Jalen Brunson. We've watched Jalen Brunson.
That's not,
Landry Shamet, you're no Jalen Brunson.
Did you see the way he fell?
Brunson bounces it in. Robinson left side to Brunson. Brunson 1 on the clock, gives it in the corner to Anunoby. 3, got it as the shot clock went off.
Bucket.
Anunoby.
OG Anunoby.
It was down 11, 38-27. Harden crosses the half-court line. Harden bounces at the foul line to Allen underneath to Ellis. Ellis flipped it up, no, but Keon got fouled. Oh, that was a nifty pass from Jared Allen.
Yes, it was, Tim. I don't know how he saw it, but he found it.
So Keon Ellis shooting 2 as he heads to the stripe. We'll pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Appreciate y'all hanging out. Potoi playing in the background, but you know I'm going to ad-lib at some point. I always have something to say. Like, back to the ball game.
Keon Ellis looking for his first free throw in the playoffs.
Good.
He drills it.
Timmy hasn't seen much light, but this kid is such a solid defender in length and athletic. Once he gets his rhythm, he's still not in his rhythm. Once he gets his rhythm, he'll be fine.
Of course, he wasn't with the Cavs the first 2 times they played the Knicks. He did have 4 points in the third and final matchup, the game that the Cavaliers won in Cleveland. Ellis swishes the second.
Thank you.
Keon goes 2 for 2. The Cavs are back to within 9. 38-29, 5:08 to go, second quarter here at MSG. Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 8 years. Anunoby, right of the lane, and Scott Foster with eyes like Jim Jones says he traveled with the basketball.
Yeah, I hope his eyes are better than mine for the job he has. But Tim, the Cavs defense is not that bad. It's the turnovers. 7 turnovers that have led to 8 points for the Knicks.
Harden to the left side. Out front, Merrill. 3-ball, Sam. Got it! Sam Merrill from the Bronx makes it 38-32. So the Cavaliers to within 6 with 4:40 to go. Here's Brunson to the other end. He'll pull up. He'll shoot a 3. In and out. Rebound Harden. Cavs with some momentum. They pulled to within 6. Harden, long 3-ball. Good! James Harden
Bucket.
hits the 3.
Make them call a timeout.
That may have been
What are we doing
the
out here?
Statue of Liberty because he
Sit
was
down.
way out there. And the Knicks take time. The Cavs are within 3. 38-35, 4:25 to go first half. Cavs back in this one. And you're on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Side, out front Merrill, 3-ball Sam, got it! Sam Merrill from the Bronx makes it 38-32, so the Cavaliers to within 6, 40. Cavs with some momentum. They pulled to within 6. Harden, long 3-ball, good! James Harden hits the 3. That may have been from the Statue of Liberty because he was way out there. And the Knicks take time. The Cavs are within 3. 38-35, that's where we stand right now. Cavaliers have pulled to within 3 of the Knicks here at MSG, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Cavaliers here for the first time in 8 years. This is their 9th overall conference finals. They are looking to beat New York for the first time ever in a playoff series. New York 4-0 against the Cavaliers in their history. Most recent matchup just a few years ago, 2023, when the Knicks took out the Cavs in 5. But it's a new year.
That's right.
As New York has the basketball, the Garden crowd went silent for a while. Cavs got to within 3 on 2 straight 3 balls. One by Merrill, one by Hart. Here's Brunson underneath the basket, feeds Hart in the lane. Hart cut off by Allen. Hart gave it back to Brunson, 3 on the clock. In the lane to Anunoby, and he fumbled it away. Out of there with it comes Jared Allen, down the floor to Hart. Right side Merrill, right corner Keon Ellis. Ellis back out front to Allen. Left corner Wade, 3 for the tie? No. Offensive rebound, Allen. So Allen with the basketball for the Cavaliers. On the handoff to Harden, bounce to Allen. He got pushed. And there's the foul call on Jalen Brunson.
That extra pass, Tim, ever since about the 3rd game, the Cavaliers have been really good against pressure, making the extra pass, keeping it simple, finding the open man.
Cavaliers will inbound. 14 on the clock, down by 3, 38-35. Keon Ellis needs some extended play here in the second quarter. Got it into Merrill. Out front to Allen. Allen on the handoff to Harden. Harden out double team. Got it to Allen at the foul line. Allen into the lane, and he got fouled by Anunoby as he went up with the shot. Jared Allen shooting 2. And Allen has yet to score in this ballgame. Jared for that first point.
Yeah, it's not like he hasn't been trying, Tim, but it's coming around now. He's getting a feel for it.
Hits that first free throw. Hey, Cavs Academy summer camps hit gyms June through August. Looking for something to keep your kids active this summer? Sign them up for basketball and cheer options with emphasis on fun, fundamentals, and building confidence. Learn more at Cavs.com/academy. So Allen goes 2 for 2, and the Cavs are within 1. 38-37, 3.5 to go first half here at MSG. Brunson, lob out front to Karl Anthony Towns. Gives it to Hart. Hart driving, banking, and scoring. Josh Hart, nice move to the bucket. Leads back to 3 at 40-37. Harden at the other end for the Cavs. Harden on the right wing. Left side to Ellis. Goes left of the lane to Allen. Allen spinning, cut off by Towns. Allen just threw it at the rim, missed it. And the rebound grabbed by New York. Here's Brunson at the other end, but away from the basketball, a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, they got Merrill, and Merrill did the right thing. Don't let Anunoby get that layup.
For the Cavaliers, that'll get Mobley, Mitchell, and Strus all back in the ball game.
Good job by that group, Tim. That group that's leaving now, they did a good job on both ends.
Got the Cavs back in the ball game. Cavs within 3 with under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Brunson near sideline, bounces it in to Bridges. Bridges, who's played in every Knick game this year, all 82 and the playoffs as well. Got it out front to Hart. He threw an absolute brick on a 3-ball. I mentioned earlier, boy, Josh's 3-ball shooting has just disappeared in the playoffs.
Well, let's hope it stays that way, Tim. He definitely didn't want to take that shot.
Here's Harden around an Allen screen. Harden had it poked away, got it back, knocked away again. Fights for it on the end line, lost it. Another Cavalier turnover. Harden just couldn't get control of that basketball. Brunson against Strus. Brunson hits the brakes. Lob out front to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns against Harden, comes around. Harden lost the ball, got it back. Towns in heavy traffic, left side Bridges. His jumper rolls in. Mikal Bridges makes it 42-37. Allen on the right side, got it to Mitchell, back to Allen, back to Mitchell, unloads, good! And a foul to go with it! Donovan Mitchell with a chance for a 4-point play.
Grown man bucket.
How about that? Donovan Mitchell got clipped on the 3-ball, hit nothing but net, and a chance for an and 1.
That's what this is about. Somebody's got to make plays. 2 big play guards They can't stop both of them.
Mitchell, line left, swishes that free throw. Donovan with a 13-point first half. Under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and the Cavs are within one at 42-41. Mikal Bridges, right to the key to Towns. Towns drives by Mitchell. Towns feeds to Alvarado, or to Hart, left corner, three ball, and air ball by Bridges. It goes out of bounds off Karl Anthony Towns, and the Cavaliers have a chance to take the lead.
With some exceptional defense, them closing out on shooters.
Here's Hart, picked up by Towns. Hart right in front of the Cavs bench, throw it left side to Mobley and whistled it about a foot over his head out of bounds. James is signaling for a challenge. I'm not sure what that was.
Let's save that, baby.
Here's Bridges, left of the lane, driving on Allen. Feeds right side, stolen by Mobley, but then Hart took it away. He'll throw it up, no, but he got fouled. That was a wild sequence.
Yes, it was. You didn't have time to even report it. It happened so quickly, Tim. But that's what the Knicks are doing. They're getting their hands on balls. They're getting deflections. Don't let them make you hurry.
With Hart at the line, let's have a look at our Discount Drug Mart first half assist numbers. Discount Drug Mart, your one-stop shop that saves you the runaround. For New York, they have 11 assists in the first half of play. Karl Anthony Towns leading the way with 4. Cavaliers with only 8 assists so far in the ball game. And Dean Wade leading the Cavs with 3. Those are your Discount Drug Mart first half assist numbers. As Josh Hart hit both free throws. 10-point first half for Hart. Cavs down 3, 44-41. Knicks lead it with 1:20 to go here in the first half. Mitchell on the right wing, out front to Mobley, left corner to Strus. Max left to the lane, bounce back to Mobley. Mobley left wing Strus. Max, 3, good! Tie game! Strus was on the loose, bobbing and weaving and moving, and he finally freed himself, hit the 3 ball, and we're knotted up at 44 with under a minute to go here in the half. Here's Josh Hart at the 3-point arc. Hart falls down. He's now on his backside. Finally got it to Anunoby. Anunoby with 4 on the shot clock, 3 on the clock. Anunoby, desperation 3. No. Rebound grabbed by Evan Mobley. Cavs could try to get a 2-for-1 here. 36 seconds to go in the half. Mitchell up the left side. Mitchell left of the lane. Bounced to Allen. Flipped it up. Bounced out. But he got fouled.
You know, the Cavs have so much success, Tim, when either one of their guards is pushing it up in transition early in the clock. The defense isn't set. There's opportunities. Your bigs now have become accustomed to running the floor, and this is how you get opportunities for them. Running the floor and looking early in the clock.
Jared Allen with a chance to break the tie. It spun out on that first free throw. Allen in the playoffs, 58%. Although that number did go up against Detroit. Allen in the regular season at 71%.
Wow.
Garrett line left, basket in front of that Knick bench. Second one perfect. So the Cavs lead 45-44, and they will get a 2-for-1 as New York can't run it all the way down. There's about an 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brunson in the screen. Brunson against Strus. Brunson left of the lane, pulls up and hits. And you just can't stop that pull-up from Jalen Brunson. So the Cavs down 1. Final shot of the first half coming for the Cavaliers. Mitchell will bring it across the half-court line. Donovan fires left corner Mobley. Evan fakes to 3, left wing Mitchell. His 3, bullseye with 2.7 on the clock. Long pass down the floor, stolen by Mitchell. Mitchell with a half-court shot over the backboard, and that will end the first half of play. Well, Donovan Mitchell putting on a Tony Award-winning performance here in the first half for the Cavaliers. He hit the 3 ball to close out the half, and the Cavaliers will go to the intermission up by 2, 48-46. They lead the Knicks at MSG. So Mike Snyder and Brad Sellers, some good news as we head into the McDonald's halftime report.
Halftime, get some grub, have a beverage, have a smoke, do it all responsibly. He was about to say how Donovan Mitchell is locked in. Hey, played a lot of college basketball there. Almost like home for Donovan Mitchell. However, we got a good ball game. First one to 100? No. First one to 107. Halftime. See you in about 10 or 15 minutes. Appreciate you hanging out. Potoi.
The Garden lights are bright. This is the Eastern Conference Playoffs. The McDonald's halftime report starts now, and I'm loving it. Here's Mike Snyder.
It is halftime at Madison Square Garden. Game 1 Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavaliers lead the Knicks 48-46. Mike Snyder along with Brad Sellers. Glad to have you with us from Cavs Studio Control at Rocket Arena. The Cavaliers and Knicks beginning this series that will see Game 2 played in New York Thursday before the scene will shift to Cleveland for Games 3 and 4 Saturday night, and then on Memorial Day, Monday night, and all games will start just after 8 o'clock. The Cavaliers in the early going of this game led 13-8, then went stone cold. They didn't score a point over a 4-minute span, and the Knicks went on a 12-0 run to lead 20-13. After one, the Knicks were up 23-16. The Knicks have led by as many as 11 in this game, but the Cavaliers have battled back and now lead it as Donovan Mitchell has been terrific.
Allen on the right side. Got it to Mitchell. Back to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Unloads. Good! And a foul to go with it. Donovan Mitchell with a chance for a 4-point play. How about that? Donovan Mitchell got clipped on the 3-ball, hit nothing but net, and a chance for an and one.
Donovan with a 16-point first half. He leads all scorers. Besides him, the Cavs have really struggled. They're just at 41% on the night. In fact, at one point, they were 2 of 12 in threes, but now 8 of 22. The Knicks are being led by Jalen Brunson with 14. Josh Hart has 10. The Cavaliers right there with them rebounding-wise, 18-17. The Knicks are leading that category by 1. They're shooting just 46%. And the Knicks, when we talk about three-point shooting, they are just 2 of 19. That's just 10%. So the Cavaliers just 8 of 22, but certainly a big factor why the Cavs lead this game by 2. But turnovers, again, a problem for the Cavs. 11, resulting in 15 points for the Knicks, who have turned the ball over 8 times. So the Knicks struggling with their threes. Brad, beyond that, the Cavs turnovers, what are you seeing out there?
I'm liking what I see. really in the ball game here. We're up 2 at the half and going to the third quarter with an excellent chance. We worked our way back into the ball game, Mike, by just hitting some shots. We went 6 for 10 of 3-point shots in the second quarter. That really helped inspire us to get back. Our defense got much better in the second quarter. And so what we also did, we owned the glass. Everything that came off the glass, we limited the Knicks to only one shot. So that gives us more opportunities to take the ball down the floor and be offensive with it. And then the other side of it, we got to start taking care of the basketball. We really do have to. I mean, the unforced turnovers here, we were probably up more than the two that we are in the halftime. But if we would just take care of the ball just a bit more, and I say for us coming out the third quarter, turn up the intensity. Turn that intensity up and depend on Donovan Mitchell. He's going lights out today.
Yeah, he looks.
Let's ride that on in here. Let's see what we got here.
Now, James Harden has been the big problem with the turnovers. He has 4. And you're right, it's the unforced ones. You're going to turn the ball over. The Knicks are really good. They're tough defensively. You're going to have turnovers, but we saw several unforced turnovers. Those are just killers, aren't they?
Well, they are, and they're moral killers is what they are. Because you see them over and over again. And Toronto really started it because they start pressuring James and pressuring Donovan out high, and we started these turnovers. And then then Detroit fed off of it. They said, well, we can do the same thing. The Knicks are trying the same thing. So until we defeat that type of thinking by taking care of the basketball to relinquish that defense, that will put us back in. But if we keep turning the ball over like this, it could not bode well for us.
Now, one thing, I think the Cavs defense has been good, but you got to anticipate the Knicks are going to make a few threes. 2 of 19. You got to figure they're going to hit a few more in the second half.
Yeah, I told you our defense has been good. 2 of 19 in the field. I mean, from the 3-point line in the first half. So that's good. But this team is a team that shoots 40% of the clip all playoff long. So you got to figure at some point that's coming. The Knicks have been off for 10 days. This is the day. You want to get the Knicks? It's today because they haven't played in a meaningful game in 10 days. So now, as they trying to work themselves back, take advantage of that. We've been playing every other day. We should be fresh and ready to go. We should be into our rhythm, getting to the things we want. Let's do that. Continue out in the third quarter.
Sounds like a plan, Brad, and let's hope the Cavs continue that. Brad, of course, will be with me following the game. Also, we'll get Brad's thoughts at the end of the third quarter as the Cavaliers try to get this game 1 in New York. Now, last night, if you missed it, what an epic battle. Spurs and the Thunder out west.
Must stop OKC. Castle. Lobbing. Wembanyama! He's unbelievable, folks. He's unbelievable. A 41-point night in game 1.
And he leads the Spurs to an upset win in OKC in double overtime, 122-115. Victor Wembanyama, 41 points and 24 rebounds. The Spurs take a 1-0 lead in that series. Download the Cavs app to play Cavs Pick'em, presented by KeyBank. $1,000 in cash will go to the overall playoffs winner, along with over $200 in prizes each game. Head to the Cavs app and play Cavs Pick'em now. And also show your support for the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Harvest for Hunger program. Donate to the Cavs Food Drive, presented by Trusted Sec. You can do it now at greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/Cavs Food Drive. That's greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/Cavs Food Drive. It's halftime of Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals in New York. The Cavs lead at 48-46. This is the McDonald's halftime report. We'll send it back to Tim, Jim, and Serena after this time out of the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Eastern Conference Finals at Madison Square Garden. Cavaliers with a 2-point lead at the half, 48-46. Knicks had a 7-point lead at the end of one, 23-16, but the Cavs got hot at the tail end of the second quarter of play, ended up outscoring New York 32-23 in that second quarter to take the 2-point lead into the locker room at 48-46. Of course, the Cavaliers coming in off that grueling 7-game series against the Pistons, a series in which they wrapped up on Sunday night with a dominant win over Detroit. But New York was waiting, as the Knicks have had 10 days off since dispatching of Philly in 4 straight in their Eastern Conference semifinals. And certainly if you listen to the pundits and listen to talk radio and all the folks that are out there, New York a heavy favorite in this series against the Cavaliers. And yet Donovan Mitchell, who has been superb tonight for the Cavaliers with 16 first-half points, says, listen, we're just ignoring all the noise. This is a Cavalier basketball team that believes in itself and in each other.
You guys have asked me all season, to Jay's credit, like, do we believe? Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be always cookie-cutter, black and white right in front of you, right? And it's all about the belief in the locker room. And we got each other's back, and that's the biggest thing. So I've been a believer. We've all been a believer since day one, and we got more work to do.
Well, that work starts tonight here at MSG against the Knicks, as the Cavaliers so far holding up their end of the bargain. They lead it by 2 at the half, 48-46. Hey, show your support for the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Harvest for Hunger program. Donate to the Cavs Food Drive, presented by Trusted Sec at greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/Cavs Food Drive. Cavs by 2 at the half. They lead the Knicks 48-46 here at MSG in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, third quarter will get underway at the Mecca of basketball and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Cavaliers with a late surge in the second quarter of play now have a 48-46 lead as the two teams conclude their warm-ups and get ready for the start of the third quarter here at Madison Square Garden. Tim Elkhorn along with Jim Jones, and of course we're thrilled to have with us throughout the postseason on the Audioverse side Serena Winters. Let's check in with Serena.
Well, Tim, I caught up with assistant coach Trevor Hendry at the half, and of course the first thing he says to me is it's the turnovers. That's the biggest issue, right? They've got 15 points off them. They've got to take care of the ball better. They've got to make better decisions, quicker decisions, and also they want to get to the rim more, get to the paint more. Obviously, they've had a lot of threes in this game so far. He's not mad at those, but they want to make sure they diversify that, get to the paint more in this game.
Cavs with the ball to start the second half. Mitchell, three from the left wing. Big bounce, no good. Rebound grab by Jalen Brunson. Third quarter underway. Cavs up by 2. Karl Anthony Towns with a three that's short. Rebound deflects out front. Towns goes down to the floor. Mitchell took it away from him. Oh, what a play by Donovan. He'll drive, he'll score with the right hand.
All hustle, Tim.
Defense.
That was all out hustle
Bucket.
by Donovan Mitchell.
And Mitchell left Josh Hart in a heap at the other end. They are great friends off the floor, but not now. Cavaliers by 4. Towns in the lane going to the hoop, got fouled by Jared Allen. And it will be a side out. Cavaliers with their original starting 5 on the floor. Harden, Mitchell, along with Wade, Mobley, and Allen. And for the Knicks, Hart, Anunoby, Brunson, Bridges, and Towns.
And they've done the job on Towns, Tim. He's 1 of 5 from the field, only 2 points.
Knicks now going right to left here in the second half, heading towards their bench. Anunoby swings it out front. Towns wide open three. No. Rebound deflects to Towns. He'll try it again. That one is good.
Yeah, he's too good a shooter to miss 2 open looks.
Towns hits the 3 ball. Cavs lead down to 1, 50-49. Mitchell right side to Hart. James with a 3. Big bounce. No. Allen and Towns got all sorts of tangled up, and the foul will be on Jared Allen.
But give Jared Allen some credit, Tim. He's going to the offensive board. He's trying to get some second shot opportunity. He knows the importance of it.
Knicks down 1 with the ball. Here's Mikal Bridges. Lob top of the key to Towns. Towns right down the lane, hands to Hart. And Hart got knocked down by Allen. Foul will be called on Jared Allen. And now Scott Foster is going to send each club to their bench. Boy, Allen.
He got all ball, didn't he? Oh, no, he didn't.
They're going to say he got him. I don't think he got him right at the neck. I think it was below the neck area, but Scott Foster, along with James Capers and J.B. DeRosa, all going to head to the scorer's table. And now Kenny Atkinson in a heated conversation with Scott Foster. And Scott Foster will let us know.
Cleveland has challenged the ruling on the floor.
Oh, challenged by the Cavaliers. All right. So we're going to have a challenge from the Cavs, so that'll bring a timeout. 50-49. 10:27 to go. Third quarter at MSG. We'll have a look at this right across the river over in Secaucus, New Jersey. And we'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Towns goes down to the floor. Mitchell took it away from him. Oh, what a play by Donovan. He'll drive, he'll score with the right hand.
All hustle, Tim. That was all-out hustle by Donovan Mitchell.
Well, they've had a long look at this over in Secaucus, New Jersey.
After
Again,
review, it's been determined that during the contest by Allen, Towns grabbed his left arm during the dead ball. That contact by Allen has now been deemed not a foul. Offensive foul on Towns.
oh, wow. Well, there you go. Scott Foster. That won't win him any points at MSG. Offensive foul called on Karl Anthony Towns, and as we watch it on the replay here at Madison Square Garden, he clearly grabbed the arm of Jared Allen. So it's an offensive foul on Karl Anthony Towns.
We'll take it.
So the Cavs maintain the 1-point lead, 50-49, 10:27 to go. Third quarter here at MSG. Mobley in the backcourt, throws it at the half-court line to Mitchell. Mitchell against Hart. Mitchell sideline right, bounce to Allen, gives it right back to Mitchell. Mitchell fires and the pass deflected, stolen by Anunoby. That's another turnover for the Cavaliers. Anunoby down the floor to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing. Brunson now picked up by Harden on a switch. Brunson, plenty of time, 12 on the clock, run of the lane, into the lane, left side to Hart, left corner, ball deflected, and Mitchell out of there with it. Boy, Mitchell before that play had 4 steals. Donovan ahead to Wade, left corner to Mobley. Mobley left of the lane. Mobley has it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds by OG Anunoby.
And Tim, he had that whole side of the floor to himself if he could have kept the dribble. Looked like Anunoby was willing to sacrifice a foul just to keep Mobley, slowing him down.
Harden to inbound, 16 to shoot. Cavs up 1. Harden lob at the half-court line to Mobley. Fires it back to Harden. Harden's bounce out front to Mobley. Mobley slips on the floor, but he scoops up the ball, gives it to Mitchell. Still 6 on the clock. Mitchell against Hart, crossover dribble, right of the lane, bounce to Mobley. Corner 3, got it as the shot clock went off. Evan Mobley hits the 3 to put the Cavs up 4. Mobley, 36% from beyond the arc in the playoffs. Shot 30 during the regular season. That is significantly improved. Here's Towns, left of the lane, down the lane, banks and scores. So Karl Anthony Towns gets the Knicks back to within 2. Here's Wade, corner 3, bullseye! Dean Wade, the sniper.
Early in the clock, Tim. Towns was late getting back. It was 3 on 4.
Cavs by 5, 56-51. Dean Wade with a couple from downtown. Got 6 in the game. Here's Karl Anthony Towns backing into Mitchell. Now he'll fade away and miss. Rebound Wade. Wade on the handoff to Mitchell. Cavs up 5 with the ball. 8.5 to go in the third. Here's James Harden. Shovels it right side Mitchell. 3 ball. Nope. Offensive rebound. Mobley on the baseline. Right in front of the Cavs bench. Mobley against Towns. Mobley into the lane. He'll bank. He'll miss. Rebound Allen. Allen fouled as he went back up. Cavaliers, the team attacking the offensive glass.
You got to love it, Tim. We talked about it in the open. Possessions, possessions, possessions. Don't look at the efficiency as far as field goal percentage. You have to get possessions. Jared Allen has been working that offensive rebound stat since the beginning of the game, Tim.
First free throw around the rim and out for Jared Allen.
Take your time, big fella.
Has 3 points in the game, all at the stripe. He's now 3 of 5. Jim, as you said, Jared has been working the glass.
Yep.
Allen, second one, got it. Jared Allen with a 4-point game. Now 4 of 6 at the stripe. Cavaliers by 6, 57-51. 8:10 to go in the third, and Mitchell took it away from Bridges. Mitchell to the other end. Scoot scored with the right hand. Donovan Mitchell with arms like snakes took it away from Bridges. And it's 59-51. Donovan now with 20. 12th playoff game where Mitchell has had 20 or more this year. Bridges against Hart. Bridges left of the lane, right corner to Hart. Open three, got it. Josh Hart.
He made that one look easy to him. He's been struggling.
It's the Knicks to within 5. Hart left of the key to Allen. Left corner to Wade. Wade in front of the Cavs bench, gives it off to Allen, tosses it to Mitchell. Mitchell out front, takes contact, running the lane, jukes and scores. Donovan Mitchell, 22. Cavs by 7. Hart to the other end, and Mobley blocked it. Holy Mobley! And Evan to the other end, in the middle to Harden. Harden thought about a 3, lobbed to Mobley in the paint. Pow! With 2 hands. Timeout, Knicks. Evan Mobley has it all on display. The block, the sprint to the other end, the dunk. And Big Mo has the Cavs up 9. And Big Mo is with the Cavaliers. They've got all the momentum here in the third. 63-54, 7:08 to go, third quarter. Timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Black Eagle, Black Eagle, Black Eagle. Prime music, prime music. Black Eagle, Black Eagle, prime music. Black Eagle, Black Eagle, Black Eagle. Prime music, prime music.
Hart bounce out front to Mobley. Mobley slips on the floor, but he scoops up the ball, gives it to Mitchell. Still 6 on the clock. Mitchell against Hart, crossover dribble, front of the lane, bounce to Mobley. Corner 3, got it as the shot clock went off. Evan Mobley hits the 3 to put the Cavs up 4. Cavaliers by 6, 57-51. 8:10 to go in the third, and Mitchell took it away from Bridges. Mitchell to the other end. Scoop scored with the right hand. Donovan Mitchell with arms like snakes took it away from Bridges. And it's 59-51. Donovan now with 20. Cavaliers now with a 9-point lead, 63-54, 7:08 to go in the third. I would think that was an energetic Cavalier huddle. Well, let's have Serena Winters tell us about it.
I mean, Tim, everything, the demeanor changed in that huddle. The positivity, everything starting from the defensive end, the communication between Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell. They must have talked for 1 minute and 30 seconds just about what they're seeing offensively. You love to see that. You can tell they've been gaining momentum here. Let's see if they can keep their foot in the gas.
7:05 to go. Third quarter of play. Cavaliers by 9. Here's OG Anunoby. Lob on the left side to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns against Mobley. Towns fires it out front, but a whistle away from the basketball. And another foul on the Cavaliers away
Mitchell?
from the ball on Donovan Mitchell as he had grabbed a hold of OG Anunoby.
Tell you what, that was a good hold. That was a dunk. If he'd have got him that ball right there, take the foul. Nothing easy. Don't give the Knicks anything easy.
Mitchell picks up that foul. That's his first. Knicks with the ball, 6:50 to go. Karl Anthony Towns bounce to Brunson. Brunson at the foul line against Harden. All-star against all-star. Brunson, one of the lane, pulls up, missed. Rebound. Mobley for the Cavaliers gave it to Harden. Lob ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell has been extraordinary tonight, although right there we'll get a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. Actually, it was ripped away by Bridges, and then Mitchell tried to get it back and committed the foul.
Yeah, that happened, but he had the right idea early in the clock, Tim. That's where he's done a lot of his damage. In those first 5 or 6 seconds of that transfer from defense to offense, he's been magnificent tonight.
22 for Donovan Mitchell, and we mentioned earlier, something about game ones get him going. In his career, 32 per game in game ones. Brunson, baseline left, missed it badly. He was defended by Wade. Cavaliers love that matchup.
That's
they can
right.
get Wade on Brunson.
Yeah, that length of Wade's gives him problems because Wade is also athletic. He's athletic enough to stay in front of him.
Harden out front had his pass kicked. Max Strus, Sam Merrill are in for the Cavaliers as Mitchell and Mobley have sat down. Harden will throw it into Strus. Strus on the right sideline. Gave it to Allen, back to Strus. 3, short, rebound, deflects. Allen has it in the corner. Tried to bounce it out front. Somehow it got to Strus. Now there's a scramble, and out of there with an Anunoby. They head to Bridges. Bridges will drive and hang it on the rim and in. Turnover Cavaliers, and the Knicks capitalize. Cavs lead is 7, 63-56. 5:50 to go, third quarter. Cavs trying to steal game one. Here's Allen in the lane, right corner to Merrill. Steps left, 3-ball, perfect! Quick flick, buries a 3. Sam Merrill, his second bomb of the night. Cavs up 10, 66-56. 5.5 to go. Lob to Towns, right of the lane. He'll bank and score. Karl Anthony Towns, after a 2-point first half, now has 7 here in the third. Wade, right wing Strus. Max, 3. No, long rebound. Harden got it. 3-ball, bounced around the rim and out. Whistle and a foul as Allen got all sorts of tangled with Jalen Brunson. And they're going to get the foul on Jalen Brunson.
That activity of Jared Allen, Tim, that has been the difference on the offensive end. Mitchell scoring points, Jared Allen giving us second shot opportunities.
The Cavs Arena watch parties are back. Cheer on the Cavs from Rocket Arena when they play on the road during the Eastern Conference Finals. Head to Cavs.com/playoffs to secure tickets. Here's Strus, near sideline. Cavs will have 14 to shoot. Strus with Miles McBride on him as McBride has checked in. Strus will bounce it to Harden. Whips it left side to Schroeder. Schroeder left of the lane, into the lane to Allen. Flipped it up and in, and Jared has his first field goal of the night.
Extra pass.
Cavs again by 10, 68-58. Here's Brunson against Strus. Brunson left of the lane, banks, no, but created the contact against Max Strus.
Yeah, he flopped on that one, Tim. Maybe they'll find him tomorrow, but I'm telling you, he's struggling tonight. Brunson is 6 of 14 from the field, 0 of 5 from three-point range.
Well, this gets back to rest versus rust. New York, 4 of 23 from downtown. That's 17%. And Brunson has that first free throw rollout.
We'll take it.
Again, that's a long time to sit. Brunson, during the postseason, over 86% at the stripe. He's just a great free throw shooter. He was at 85% in the regular season. 26 points per game in the regular season, over 27 per game in the playoffs. Swishes that second one. Brunson now with a 15-point game. Cavs by 9. sense this Garden crowd getting antsy. Here's Harden, crosses the half-court line. Harden around Schroeder's screen, now tosses it to Schroeder. Schroeder right at the key, into the lane, feeds Allen, laid it in. Jared Allen, he has a couple of field goals. Boy, if they could get the big guy rolling. Cavs by 11 at 70-59. Knicks with the basketball, going right to left with 4:20 to go here in the third. Brunson out front against Harden. Brunson with a crossover. Right wing jumper, no. Rebound into the corner, and it went out of bounds off Mitchell Robinson, who's now in for the Knicks.
And Strus was fighting him all the way, Tim. He was fighting Big Robinson, had about 6 inches on him, but he fought him well, and the Cavs retained the ball.
Cavs here in the third have outscored the Knicks 22-13. The Cavs have an 11-point lead at 70-59.
Defense.
Harden met by Brunson. Harden, lob right side to Schroeder, right corner Merrill, 3-ball Sam, that one's off the back of the rim, offensive rebound Allen, out front to Harden. Harden into the paint, Harden with an easy layup with the left hand. James Harden. Allen kept it alive with the offensive board, and the Cavs have a 13-point lead, 3:45 to go. And now Harden reached in, he almost picked the pocket of Bridges, but instead, James Harden will be called for the reach-in foul.
But the aggressiveness, Tim, the aggressiveness and physicality on ball defense has been the difference, and the hustle by the Cavaliers. 50-50 balls. The hustle of Jared Allen.
Harden with his third foul. Cavaliers are over the limit, so that'll put Mikal Bridges at the free throw line. He has yet to miss a free throw in the playoffs. That make right there makes him 12 of 12. Hey, Cavs fans, it's time to lock in and let them know. Cavs playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want you to be a part of the action. Find tickets. Go to Cavs.com/playoffs. Bridges now with 11 points in the ball game. Line left, second one good. He's still perfect in the playoffs. Now 13 of 13. The Cavaliers have an 11-point lead, 72-61. Donovan Mitchell back in for the Cavaliers, and he has been outstanding. Spin move in the lane, dumps it down low to Mobley. Up with the left hand and good. Oh, Evan Mobley goes southpaw.
Feeding the bigs, Tim. They're feeding the bigs.
Evan now with 10. Leads back to 13 in the lane. Shot up, no. Bounced around the rim and out, but Brunson got fouled, and he will shoot 2.
And that's what he's trying to do, Tim. He hasn't been quick enough to really get past anybody tonight, but he's trying to draw contact to get to that free throw line. He's doing a good job of it. You can't play defense any better than Strus did, but he stopped all of a sudden, and Strus bumped him from behind.
Where's Jalen Brunson, part of that Villanova connection with the New York Knicks. Josh Hart, also from Villanova. Mikal Bridges. Of course, they had DiVincenzo, traded him away. He was another Villanova guy.
Broke his heart.
Brunson hits the first.
What did he tear? His Achilles, right? Minnesota.
But how about Jason Kidd being let go by Dallas today?
Huge.
Brunson hit them both.
Didn't see that one coming.
I did. In Dallas,
Brunson
we
now
did.
with 17.
I'll tell you about it.
By 11. 3:10 to go, third quarter. Here's Schroeder. Left side Merrill. Sam. 3. Got it! Sam Merrill. Oh, he's feeling the heat. Merrill gives the Cavs a 14-point lead.
And, Tim, what they're seeing is that they're trying to double-team Donovan. And the release man has been Schroeder. And he's making the right decision. He is finding the open man. And who's the open man lately? Merrill.
Yep.
And he's shooting without dribbling. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot.
Start playing a little hack-a-Mitch, as Mitchell Robinson is just a real deficient free throw shooter. 38% at the playoffs, and he threw that one up there like he was throwing a rock in a pond as he missed the first.
Like he was mad at somebody. Probably mad because they put him on the line.
Mitchell Robinson, 38% in the playoffs, and that's below his regular season free throw percentage of 41. Spins that basketball, second one, got it. Well, went through like a bullet, but it still went through. So he splits the pair. 77-64. Cavs by 13. Under 3 to go here in the third. Mobley, sideline left to the baseline. Right corner to Strus. Out front Mitchell. In the middle to Schroeder. Schroeder comes right down the lane up in the left hand. And it rolled out. Rebound grab by Hart. What perfect execution. Brunson in the lane. His shot no. Tipped up by Robinson no. And then Robinson fouled. Donovan Mitchell said, I'll take that foul and put Robinson at the line.
Nothing wrong with that, Tim. It's a strategy. 50%. 50% of 2 is 1. Is that Marquette math? Yeah, I think it's 1. I'd rather to give up 1 than to give up 2.
Well, it's Kent State math. I know that.
Okay.
I think we both passed at least remedial math.
Remedial math, yeah, remedial. You can call it remedial.
You know.
He don't know what he's talking about.
Robinson again. He just split a pair. That first one, a brick. I mean, he has no arc to it. He has no touch to it. He literally throws it at the rim. So a good foul right there from Donovan Mitchell. Even if Robinson connects here, he gave up 1 instead of 2. Cavs by 13, 2:38 to go. Mitchell Robinson. Line left, second one, no. Rebound tap to the corner. Mobley tracks it down. Evan, he's hemmed in, has nowhere to go. Mobley looking for some help. And the Cavs got a timeout. Timeout, Cavaliers. 2:31 to go, third quarter of play. Mobley got hemmed in the corner. And Kenny Atkinson realizing, I don't want to give that ball back over to the Knicks. With a 13-point lead and 2:31 to go here in the third. I'll burn a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday night. Tim Elkhorn, Jim Jones, sideline reporter Serena Winters, and one of the top engineers in the NBA, in Paul Schrager. I actually made Paul dig into his equipment bag earlier today. Somehow or another, I left my headset microphone back in the hotel room. Jim, I almost had you go and retrieve it for me.
Yeah, well, I was down there an hour and 10 minutes before, just sitting out there enjoying the warm weather, 90 degrees almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Paul, I appreciate you digging into the satchel. I knew you'd have it in there. I knew anything and everything is in the satchel of Paul Schrager.
You ought to charge him for that. You know that, don't you? You will. I know you will. You're a New Yorker. I know you will. You guys do nothing for free.
Game 2, Thursday night here in New York. Paul, I promise I'll have my own headset, but this one appears to be working well. Game 3 at Rocket Arena on Saturday. Game 4, Memorial Day, Monday, but it's a night game. In fact, every game in this series will tip at 8 p.m. Hey, let's head down courtside with Serena Winters.
Well, Tim, watching Dennis Schroeder guard Jalen Brunson reminded me that he played against Jalen Brunson in the playoffs last year when he was with Detroit. He knows how hard of a cover he is. But speaking of Brunson, Dean Wade, guys, has done a phenomenal job on him tonight. But looking back at the regular season, this is not a surprise. When Dean Wade was on Brunson in the regular season, he went 1 for 15. Tonight, he has yet to get a shot off in isolation against Dean Wade.
Great analysis. Mobley run of the lane, heading to the hoop. He got fouled. We'll get that one on Mitchell Robinson. Mobley at the line, shooting 2 with 2:16 to go in the third. Well, actually, they got it on Deuce McBride. Boy, Evan Mobley can't believe he's not shooting free throws. Or can I? Side out for the Cavaliers. So the foul on Deuce McBride. Mitchell will inbound, throws it into Mobley. Mobley right back to Mitchell. Mitchell left of the lane, got by McBride, and then a goaltending call. Donovan Mitchell gets the hoop. He's got 24 in the game, and the Cavaliers have a 15-point lead, 79-64. And the Cavaliers don't even let New York advance the basketball. They foul Mitchell Robinson.
And what it does, Tim, it upsets the Knicks' pace of play. When you've got to walk up down the floor and you got the worst shooter probably in the NBA shooting free throws, that kills all your focus. You can't get a rhythm, especially if he's missing.
And he's 1 of 4, and now 1 of 5.
Don't put your hand up there, Tim.
Wow. He misses that first. And again, it really puts Mike Brown in a bind because Mitchell Robinson is a dominant rebounder, defender, but
Possessions.
you're gonna face this every time as he missed them both. Rebound Donovan Mitchell. He got grabbed in the backcourt by Jordan Clarkson. Foul on Clarkson. Cavaliers not in the bonus, so it'll be Strus to inbound in the backcourt. And if you're Mike Brown, so Mitchell Robinson is out there on the floor. Cavs make or miss here. I'm sure they're going to foul Robinson. Merrill, left side to Mobley. Corner three ball. Hit the side of the backboard. Rebound grabbed by Brunson. Brunson on the run to the other end. He'll bank and score. And Mitchell Robinson just stayed behind the play so that he couldn't get fouled.
That's
he didn't
right.
even try to run and catch up.
Yep, trying to stay out of the action.
Mitchell behind his back to Schroeder. Schroeder run of the lane. He'll bank, miss, rebound, grab by Miles McBride. A minute and a half to go. Here comes Brunson, run of the lane, floats, missed, rebound, Strus. He got whacked. And that foul, I believe, on Josh Hart. That'll be his third. Yep, they got Hart with that one.
And this Strus not afraid to get in there and bang, Tim. And we're going to shoot some free throws.
Yep, Cavaliers into bonus. So with Strus shooting two, we'll pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Appreciate y'all hanging out. Rough going basketball game, but game one, kind of to be expected. What's up, Primitive? What's up, Johnny?
Strus at the free throw line, buries that first. This is Max's first game against the Knicks this year. Keep in mind,
That's
he missed
right.
all 3 regular season games.
You're exactly right. I forgot about that.
So the first time he has seen the Knicks, but vice versa, they haven't seen him.
Well, way to go, Bulldog.
Strus hit them both.
You're a
Cavs
Bulldog.
by 15. They matched their biggest lead, 81-66. 1:20 to go, third quarter, and there's the foul on Mitchell Robinson.
Stay stubborn, Mike Brown. We love it.
And so Robinson, who is now 1 of 6 at the free throw line, back at the stripe.
I love it, Tim. It's so disruptive to your flow, and it's hard to get a rhythm.
So here's Mitchell Robinson. First one good.
Yeah,
You hear the roar of the crowd.
Yeah, even a blind squirrel can find a nut.
I thought it was an acorn.
No, nut.
Well, come on, Paul Schrager. Acorn or nut? What are you going with? Acorn. There you go. I might be partial to that word a little bit. Easy now.
Way to go, guys.
Robinson missed the second.
Only giving up 1. We'll take it.
Absolutely. 81-67. Cavs by 14. Mitchell against Brunson. Mitchell, word of the lane. Banks. Hung it on the rim and in. And Donovan has 26. And the Cavaliers now by 16. Brunson crosses the half-court line. Brunson, word of the lane. Leans into Mitchell. Banks missed. The foul will be called as Jalen Brunson, again, that patented move where he creates the contact.
That's right, babe.
On that follow-through.
So many of them do. I watched the game last night. SGA, when they needed free throws, he would do the same thing. You play good foot defense, you're in front of them, and they pull their arms into you, and they get the call.
Jim, I had no dog in that hunt last night between OKC and San Antonio.
Yeah.
I became a pacer. I was in my room pacing around.
Oh, you were?
What a game that was.
Yes, it was.
Wemby. Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
San
That
Antonio
three ball he hit. Oh.
San Antonio's got a special team.
Brunson hit the first. I mean, that was just a game for the ages. It was only game 1. Brunson missed the second, but the Cavaliers fumbled the rebound out of bounds.
Yeah, thanks to Big Robinson. He got one of those long arms in there.
So the Cavs by 15 with under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. And Mike Brown says, I got to get Mitchell Robinson out of there. Here comes Karl Anthony Towns in for New York. So Towns in, Robinson out. Robinson goes 2 of 8 at the free throw line in the third quarter. Brunson to inbound. Lob, sideline right to Josh Hart. Hart against Strus. Hart bounced it right by Brunson, out of bounds. Turnover to the Cavaliers. And with a 15-point lead, Donovan Mitchell will walk it through the center circle. Mitchell against Hart. Mitchell reverses course, heads to the right side, and then his pass behind the back deflects off the shoe of Hart, out of bounds.
Be sure, Donovan.
12 for the Cavaliers to shoot.
Behind the back pass from the top of the key. Wow.
Cavs with some shooters out there. They've got Schroeder, Mitchell. As Schroeder into the lane, got it, blocked. Ball grabbed by Strus, right side Mitchell. Open three, too strong. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. Down the floor to Josh Hart. Knicks can't run it all the way out, about a 7-second difference. Here's Jalen Brunson. Brunson right in front of the scorer's table. Brunson just inside the half-court line. Brunson left of the lane, into the lane. Schroeder knocked it away. Boy, Scott Foster with a very late call there.
Come on, Scott.
Wow, that ball had ricocheted away, and now they'll put Brunson at the free throw line with 11.9 to go.
Incredible. Come on.
So Brunson with a 20-point game.
Wow.
Brunson in the playoffs has had 20 or more 8 times, so this makes number 9, averaging over 27 per game in postseason basketball. Left-hander sends it up, and he missed it. Jim, I'll go back to what I said before. I know 10 days off, you can get rested and healthy, but to wait that long for an Eastern Conference Finals Game 1, and you can see.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason. I'm not going to give them that, Tim, because the defense that Cavaliers are playing has been that good. It really has. They're shooting 43%. And I've been in situations where we've had maybe not 8, maybe 6 or 7, which was a big difference. But, you know, this is a good team, and they were a hot team, and you would expect they would get hot in the second half, but they haven't. A lot of it depends on what you do in that time off. And you're almost afraid to scrimmage because they get hurt.
Brunson splits the pair. Mitchell left of the lane. Fires right side. Harden who's in 3. James had it roll around the rim and out. And that will end quarter number 3. But the Cavaliers in the third extend the lead. They outscore the Knicks 35-23 in the third. And they lead by 14 going to the fourth. 83-69 Cavaliers. Fourth quarter follows this timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Visit rocksports.com to stay up to date on everything you need to know about your Cleveland Cavaliers, Monsters, Charge, high school football, and so much more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch rocksports.com, the home for Ohio sports fans.
Cavaliers with a 14-point lead on the Knicks as we head to the fourth, 83-69. Cavs on top here at MSG. Tim Elkhorn, Jim Jones, Serena Winters at MSG. Back at Rocket Arena in our Audioverse studios. Brad Sellers and Mike Snyder. Let's talk about how the Cavs can bring it home. Bring it home, presented by Rocket, guys.
All right, thank you, Tim. Yeah, up 14 through 3. We'd all take that going into tonight, Brad. What do they got to do to close this out?
Well, we just got to continue to go to Donovan Mitchell. Keep playing through him. He's playing at a high level. Let's keep working our hands with him. Keep getting quality looks at the hoop. We're getting great shots. Sam's finding good spot up locations. I want to be smart. Donovan's got 4 fouls. We don't need to do anything silly here. And just to continue to try to contain that crowd at the guard by having good defensive effort that we've been doing all game long.
Just don't let them get that run.
No, we don't want that to erupt. The guard can erupt at any moment. We're going to try to control that by our offensive and defensive efforts.
All right, Brad. Hopefully we've got a lot of good things to talk about in the postgame. Let's go back to Tim, Jim, and Serena in New York.
Again, bring it home, presented by Rocket. As the Cavaliers with a 14-point lead as we start the fourth quarter. Knicks with the basketball. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. Towns on the handoff to Clarkson. Clarkson, rid of the lane on Harden. Throws it up, missed it. Rebound, Mobley. Cavs hoping that the ghosts of Christmas past don't come to Madison Square Garden tonight. Cavs on Christmas Day had a 15-point lead early in the fourth and saw it get away. Mobley left of the lane, running hook shot, no. Rebound grab by Josh Hart. Hart to the forecourt, behind him to Cat. And Cat traveled with the basketball. J.B. DeRosa.
Yeah. Is he related to the other DeRosa?
He is. He's Joe's son.
Wow. I remember Joe. He was good.
And J.B. now wearing Joe's number 14 to honor his dad.
Okay.
Canton product. Here's James Harden, top of the three-point arc, left of the lane, floats, no, drew the foul. So James Harden heads to the line with the Cavaliers up 14.
You know, the closeout. Go ahead, Tim. The closeout this half, you can start early, and what you've got to do, even if you have to trade points, you have to keep that lead, a significant lead, a double-digit lead, because at some point they're going to panic, Tim, and that's when you want to have your poise, and that's when you want to be able to close this thing down. But to get to that, you have to continue to score.
Cavaliers leading 84-69. And again, this is just about the exact moment they had the 15-point lead on Christmas Day, about a minute into the fourth. Well, they didn't have a 16-point lead on Christmas Day, but they do now as Harden hit them both. 85-69, 11:08 to go. Cavaliers trying to steal game one in the Eastern Conference Finals. Towns left side to Alvarado. Alvarado back to Towns. Towns left of the lane. Towns against Harden. Towns splits a double team. Harden took it away. Harden down the floor to Merrill. Back to Harden. Harden lost the dribble. Turnover, Cavaliers. And then Harden ran into Josh Hart.
Yeah, he just lost the ball, Tim. And I'm wondering if that hand, that thumb, that fractured thumb, gives him issues every once in a while. It's on that left hand.
The Cavaliers have turned it over 15 times tonight.
He was just dribbling wild and out of control, really. He was moving way too fast.
10:40 to go here in
Nothing
the
to do with his thumb.
Here's Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has been limited to 9. Put it up. No! Rebound grab by Mobley. Mobley's got a double-double. Into the forecourt, Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder on the left sideline. Schroeder against Alvarado. Schroeder between his legs on the dribble. Shooter to the free throw line. Had it poked away, but it goes to Mobley. Mobley against Towns. Mobley in the lane. Right corner, Merrill. 3-ball. No, as Anunoby got all sorts of tangled, or McBride got all sorts of tangled up with Strus. Now McBride at the other end will feed Hart. Hart right corner to Clarkson. Clarkson to the baseline will shoot and miss. And a whistle and a foul. Karl Anthony Towns going for that rebound. Couldn't corral it. But the foul will be called on Max Strus. You know, SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cavs. So whether buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or any live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. Strus will sit down for the Cavaliers. Here comes Donovan Mitchell. Boy, what a performance he's putting together at MSG. 26 points in the ball game. He's got 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Donovan Mitchell with another stupendous Game 1 effort. It's been that way throughout his career.
Yes, he has.
Brunson on the right side, in the right corner to Bridges, gave it right back to Brunson. Brunson driving on Mobley. Brunson into the paint. Brunson had his pass deflected. Out of there with it comes Schroeder. Schroeder to the other end, circles back, got it out front to Harden. 9:40 to go. Cavs by 16. Harden against Towns. Harden, crossover dribble. 3-ball, no. Rebound grab by Mikal Bridges. Gave it to Brunson, back to Bridges. 9.5 left. Bridges, right of the key, hits the brakes. Bridges back to the basket, floats it out front to Brunson. Brunson against Schroeder. Brunson left of the lane, shot put up, no. Rebound Towns, and he'll bank it in.
Come on now, you got a small lineup out there. Everybody's got a rebound.
Lead is 14. Mitchell against McBride, and McBride fouled Mitchell over on the wing in front of the Cavs bench. And I'll tell you what, I've said a couple of times, Cavs bench, those guys sitting there have been into this game from the jump. I mean, that is an active, energetic Cavs bench.
It's good to see, Tim, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes sometimes to keep everybody focused, to keep that edge.
Well, it goes back to the clip that Kurt McLaughlin gave us at the half with Donovan Mitchell talking about the belief that everybody on this team has in one another.
That's right, and that's what it takes. That's what championship teams have.
Here's Harden, top of the key. Harden into the paint. Harden, run of the lane. Harden turns, shoots, missed. Rebound grab by Karl Anthony Towns. Outlet pass to Brunson. Brunson hits the brakes, gives it to Bridges. Bridges into the paint, up in the left hand. Blocked by Mobley. Haven't got a piece of it. Cavs to the other end. Schroeder hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell between his legs on the dribble. Bounce left corner to Schroeder. Drives to baseline. Right corner Wade. Dean, 3. Good! And a foul! Dean Wade! Oh my, I love that kid from Kansas. Dean Wade with a chance for a 4-point play.
And there's Schroeder again, Tim. That extra pass tonight has really stood out. This is an aggressive Knicks defense, Tim, and they're trying to counter everything and rotate, but the Cavs have played smart basketball. They've made the extra pass.
Dean Wade, this is his first free throw attempt since January.
Oh, no. You're joking.
And he hit it.
Oh, my goodness.
He went the entire back half of the 26th portion of the schedule without shooting a free throw, and that's his first attempt in the playoffs. And the Cavs are up 18. Towns drives, missed. Rebound Mitchell. 8:25 to go.
5 on 4.
Schroeder hits the brakes, gave it to Wade. Wade back to Schroeder, right side Mitchell. 3. Bullseye! Dagger! Oh my! Donovan
Bucket,
Mitchell with a
bro.
29-point game.
Knicks better
And
wake
the
up.
Cavaliers are up by 21.
Better wake up.
Thompson into the paint, left side Bridges, 3. Nothing but the backboard. Rebound Mobley. Cavaliers, for the second straight game, are just putting the hammer to the opponent as Harden, run of the lane, got fouled as he went to the bucket.
And, Tim, it all starts with their defense. The ability to get stops and then the ability to rebound the ball. Extra possessions. That's what this game is about. The Cavs are shooting 44% from the field. The Knicks are shooting 40% from the field. It's not going to be an efficient game, but you still have to get the possessions.
James Harden, line right, hits the first. 12-point game for James Harden, as the Cavaliers have blown this one open. They are up by 22, 93-71. Harden, line right. The Cavaliers with an intense focus to get game 1 here in New York. And they're on the brink of doing that with a 22-point lead. Harden did miss the second. Brunson into the paint, will shoot and hit. That little floater from Jalen Brunson. He now has 23. Cavs lead is 20. 7.5 to go. Mitchell had it knocked away, and Shamet then knocked it out of bounds in the backcourt. Cavaliers will have all sorts of time to shoot. 7:29 to go here in the ball game. Don't forget Mike Snyder, Brad Sellers coming up on the post-game show. Well, let's hope that's a celebratory post-game program. Here's Mitchell, left of the lane. Mitchell against Landry Shamet. Mitchell, left side Mobley. Boy, he barreled into Shamet, and that'll be an offensive foul.
Yeah, and Donovan knows better, Tim. He's over-dribbling. Just keep it simple, D. Keep it simple. You have to keep it simple. A lot of time left on this clock. In the three-point era, teams can come back on you quickly. So stay with the game plan. Stay with the game plan.
Jared Allen back in for the Cavaliers. Mobley sits down. Evan with 12 points, 13 rebounds. Evan Mobley now with his third double-double of the playoffs at 27 in the regular season.
Okay.
Here's Brunson, left of the key, left of the lane, Harden blocked it, but the ball stabbed by Towns, got it out front to Shamet, and he buries a three ball.
And that's what they're going to do, Tim. They're going to three-point this game all the way to the end and play the percentages.
Cavs by 17, 93-76. 6:45 left. Harden out front to Mitchell. Mitchell comes right down the lane, and he threw it away, looking for Harden on the right sideline.
Don't let them make you hurry. Keep your poise.
Timeout on the floor. 6:41 to go. Cavaliers by 17, trying to close it out at MSG in Game 1. And on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers audioverse. By 14. Mitchell against Brunson. Mitchell part of the lane. Bangs. Hung it on the rim and in. And Donovan has 26. And the Cavaliers now by 16. Schroeder hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell between his legs on the dribble. Bounce left corner to Schroeder. Drives to baseline. Right corner Wade. Dean three. Good. And a foul. Dean Wade. Oh my, I love that kid from Kansas. Dean Wade with a chance for a 4-point play. Dean Wade has matched his playoff career high of 10 points in a game.
Making shots, babe.
3 threes and the free throw on that one right there. He did connect to make it a 4-point play. Cavaliers by 17, 93-76, 6:41 to go. Let's check in with Serena.
big things in that huddle, guys, are no free throws, no threes, right? Twos aren't going to beat them. The other thing is Kenny Atkins saying, look, the Knicks are going to try to play fast right now. They're going to try to speed us up, but that means we have to get back in transition. And you've heard me say this before, but you've got to hit singles. I also thought it was interesting that Dennis Schroeder was talking with James Harden in that huddle and says, hey, let's just slow it down a little bit here, right? Some veteran presence just to make sure that they can lock this thing up.
Yep, leading by 17 with 6.5 to go. Knicks with the basketball. Here's Brunson, top of the key. Brunson against Harden. Brunson bounced to Towns. He'll put it up high off the glass and good. Towns begging for an and one, didn't get that. Lead is 15. Cavaliers at one point were up 22. 6:15 to go. Donovan Mitchell, who has been superb tonight with 29. Mitchell bounce right side to Harden. Harden with 7 on the shot clock. Harden on the right sideline. Harden 4 on the clock. Harden 2 on the clock. Harden pulls up, shoots in and out. Rebound grab by Karl Anthony Towns.
Don't forget you got bigs out there, guys. Use them.
Under 6 to go, and now the Garden crowd starting to come to life. Brunson driving on Wade, flipped and scored with the left hand. And now a little more energy as it's down to 13. 9 straight, and now Harden got knocked down out front near the half-court line. He got that one on Brunson. That'll be his 4th. New York not
Bonus.
yet over the limit.
No.
Well,
what are they going to
scoreboard is showing 5 team fouls, and indeed it will be James Harden
Good.
heading to the free throw line.
That helps us, too.
Harden got tangled up with Brunson. Knick fans looking at that one, but Harden already has the ball in his hands. Free throw up, no good. So Harden has missed his last 2 free throws.
Need this one, James. While they're scoring, you need to score.
James Harden, 12 points in the ball game. Line right, second toss, got it.
We'll take it.
Did a lot of rattling, but it fell through. Cavs by 14, 94 to 80 with 5.5 to go. Knicks trying to make that final push. Brunson, crossover dribble, run to the lane, baseline off the glass and good. And that's patented Jalen Brunson. And he's on a roll. And the Cavalier lead is down to 12.
Boys.
94-82, 5:15 to go.
Double team is coming.
Harden through the center circle on the dribble. Harden picked up by Towns, fires to Mobley, underneath to Allen. Allen run to the lane, fouled by Anunoby as he went up.
That's what I'm talking about, Tim. They called it coming up the floor that they were going to double team Harden, get the ball out of his hands. And Harden made the pass just before the double team got there. That gave him time to get it to the open man. Smart play by Harden.
2 big free throws for Jared Allen with the Cavs up 12, 94-82. Allen lying right, in and out on the first.
Yeah, he wasn't close on that when he shot that a little too strong.
Jared Allen, 8.6 rebounds. Has a block shot. Allen in that black statement uniform. Second toss hung on the rim and fell off. Cavaliers hanging on, under 5 to go, and the lead's down to 12. Here's Brunson out front. Brunson against Harden. Brunson, crossover dribble, foul line shot, good.
Bucket Brunson.
Jalen Brunson, all of a sudden, carrying this New York Knicks team. He's got their last 8 points. He's got 29 in the game. And the Cavalier lead is 10. It was 22. Mitchell left to the lane. Mitchell to Mobley. Mobley in the paint. Lob out front to Harden with 6 on the clock. Harden against Bridges. Harden unloads a 3. Didn't hit anything. It will simply go out of bounds.
You got to keep your poise. They want you to shoot a contested shot. Take them off the dribble. Challenge their defense. Attack.
13-1 run by New York. And that 22-point lead the Cavs had is now down to 10. And a lot of basketball to be played here at MSG with 4:12 left. Brunson against Harden. Brunson Had it poked by Harden. Brunson got it back. Brunson into the lane. Floater off the glass is good. But Brunson can't miss. He's got 31, and the lead is down to 8. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell against Landry Shamet. Under 4 to go. Mitchell, top of the three-point arc. Mitchell steps right. 3, in and out. Rebound grab by Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks down 8, and a sizzling Jalen Brunson has the ball in his hands. He's got 31-10 here in the fourth. Brunson pulls up 3, got it. Timeout, Cavaliers.
Bucket Brunson. Uh-oh.
Cavs timeout, their lead down to 5. Jalen Brunson is doing the magical things that he can do at MSG. A 22-point lead is down to 5, 94-89, 3:30 to go at MSG. Cavs trying to hold on in game 1. Can they do it? Find out after this on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Square Garden crowd is electrified as the Knicks have gone on an 18-1 run and taken what was a Cavalier 22-point lead and cut it down to 5, 94-89 with 3.5 to play here in New York. Hey, enter the Defend the Land sweepstakes presented by Adidas for your chance to win playoff tickets and Adidas footwear. One winner selected before each Cavs home playoff game. So enter at Cavs.com/playoffs. It'll be Cavalier basketball up by 5.
And Tim, you only need one to beat them. But what a great run by the Knicks. But this is how you can stop all of that.
Yeah,
ball movement and use the clock. Make them defend. Don't force anything. There's no need to force anything. You've got the lead. They're going to come after you.
That 3-ball by Brunson was his first of the night.
And that's when they needed it.
So the Cavs by 5 with the ball off the timeout. Mitchell bounced to Merrill. Merrill swings it right side to Mobley. Right back to Merrill. Merrill into the paint. Merrill, right side Mobley. 3-ball Evan. Got it! Oh my! Evan Mobley. Holy Mobley hits the 3. And the Cavaliers back to an 8-point lead at 97-89. Here's Anunoby driving on Harden. Anunoby fouled by Jared Allen. That'll put OG Anunoby at the free throw line.
I don't have a problem with that. Don't give him anything easy. Brunson's going to get his. He's that great a player. But these other guys have been struggling all game. Anunoby, 1 of 5 from the field. He's only scored 3 points tonight.
Boy, you look back at that Piston series, that epic overtime win over Detroit.
Yep.
And it was Evan Mobley that drained that 3-ball.
You're all over
late
it,
in regulation. And now here tonight with this place roaring, Mobley hits a monumental 3. A lot of ball still to be played.
That's right. If you want to win this game, get it to your bigs.
Anunoby.
Oh, come on, Foster.
Hit the first, but missed the second. But then a Cavs
He
foul.
did the same thing last time we were here, Tim. Questionable calls down the stretch, giving the ball back to the Knicks.
Foul on Donovan Mitchell. Cavs not yet over the limit. So it'll be Knicks ball. Cavs by 7, 97-90. Anunoby gives it off to Brunson. Brunson double teamed on the right side. Brunson comes under the basket, left corner to Bridges. Bridges works his way into the paint. Bridges 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock, long 3. Got it. Wow. Mikal Bridges, he hit it as the shot clock went off. Lead is 4, 97-93 with 2.5 to go at MSG.
Get it to your bigs.
And everybody's on their feet. Here's Mitchell, bounce to Merrill. Merrill, sideline left to Harden, long 3. That's a brick. Rebound grabbed by Landry Shamet. Just over 2 minutes to go. The Knicks have the ball. The Cavs now clinging to a 4-point lead. Brunson on the right side. In the middle to Anunoby. Fakes Harden. Anunoby. We got an offensive foul on Towns down below. We've got a foul on Cat.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
So with the Cavaliers, Cat definitely
grabbed
ripped
it.
Allen to the ground.
Wow.
Under 2 minutes to go. Cavs ball up by 4. Donovan Mitchell against Shamet. Mitchell drives, scoops, no. Allen with the tip, yes! Jared Allen got himself to the rim, and with that big left hand tap
bucket.
Cavaliers by 6, 99-93. Anunoby 3, no. Rebound Mobley. Cavaliers trying to weather a New York nor'easter. 99-93. Mitchell bounced to Mobley. Foul line shot, no. Rebound grabbed by Brunson. 1.5 minutes to go.
No threes.
Brunson being chased by Merrill. Brunson on the right side. Brunson at the 3-point arc. Bounce in the corner to Bridges, and he hits the 3. Mikal Bridges with 2.
Bucket.
Huge 3
Bro.
Cavs lead down to 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
96. Cavs with the ball, just over a minute to go. Mitchell running the lane, shot puts, no. Ball out of bounds, and it went off the foot of the Cavaliers. And now Donovan hobbling as he comes to the other end. So the Knicks have pulled to within 3 with exactly 1 minute to go. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Brunson with the basketball. Brunson around an Anunoby screen. Gets Harden on a switch. Brunson off to Anunoby. Right wing Shamet. 3-ball. Bounced around the rim and in. Landry Shamet got the bounce. And we are tied at 99. 36 seconds left. Harden against Brunson. Harden takes the contact. Fades in the lane and rolled it in. James Harden puts the Cavs up 2, 101-99. 25 seconds to go. Brunson against Harden. Brunson running the lane, bang, scores! Brunson ties it at 101.
Bucket Brunson.
Cavaliers with the ball.
We're
They
going
can
overtime
play for the
again.
Final shot. Mitchell gives it to Harden. Harden with 8 on the clock. Harden gets a screen from Merrill. Behind his back, Sam, 3. In and out. Rebound grab. Bridges, 3/4 court. No. And we're going to overtime.
Back-to-back nights. Overtime playoff basketball.
2-point lead for the Cavaliers in the fourth quarter is wiped out.
Gone.
by
0.
the Knicks.
Bye-bye.
Jalen Brunson
Bye-bye.
in particular.
Adios.
15-point
Hasta
fourth
luego.
quarter. And we are heading to an extra session with the game tied at 101.
Wow.
Tim, all in that third quarter, Brunson wasn't making baskets from the field. He was getting free throws. He was warming up, getting into a rhythm. And everybody knows he's the best closer in the NBA. He's proven that last season and this season, and he was the difference. The Cavaliers didn't show much poise coming down the stretch. They didn't get the ball to their bigs, but basically the only scoring was coming from their bigs, tip-ins or putbacks. You got to play to your bigs. When you don't play to your bigs, they're going to zone your guards, and that's what happened.
Cavaliers had a 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter of play. They extended that lead to 22 in the fourth as the Cavaliers were up 93-71. But the Knicks behind Jalen Brunson comes storming back. Brunson with a game-tying basket. And then Sam Merrill with a 3-ball that went halfway down and spun out that would have won it for the Cavaliers. And now we are heading to overtime. 101-101. 5 more minutes of basketball here at Madison Square Garden.
And then coming down the stretch and closing, it was his old college roommate, Bridges. Bridges made those 2 big threes, Tim. And both of them were basically contested. Weren't they contested?
Yep.
And then Landry Shamet with the one that bounced everywhere around the rim and in. Talking about theatrics. 3 threes down the stretch against a defense that for 47 minutes had did the job on this Knicks team, and they couldn't stop them at the end.
5 3-balls in the fourth quarter by New York. 5 after they had 4 through the first 3 quarters of play.
That's right. They stepped it up, Tim. They stepped it up, and we didn't answer.
So we will play more basketball at MSG. If the rest of this series is anything like Game 1, we are in for an epic battle between these 2 teams who have come out of the Eastern Conference as the final 2 left standing. So we'll have a jump ball to get things started in the overtime. I'll tell you what, to the Knicks fans' credit, none of them left. None of them left when the Knicks were down 22.
Well, Tim, these seats are too expensive to leave. You got to play this out to the end. You know what it costs to sit down on that floor?
It'll be Jared Allen jumping against Karl Anthony Towns to start the overtime in a 101-101 game. Tip controlled by the Knicks. And Jalen Brunson, who has had it on display here on his home court tonight, has the ball. Flips it right side to Anunoby. Anunoby drives, missed the dunk though, and they'll call a foul on James Harden.
You know why he dunked it rather than that? He's 1 of 6 from the field, Tim. He
That's
had
5 fouls on James Harden.
He had a mid-range, but he went for the dunk.
So it'll be OG Anunoby at the free throw line. Split a pair in the fourth quarter. He's got 4 points in the ball game. Anunoby's first toss is good. Well, we said, let's hope this isn't a repeat of Christmas Day. Cavs were up 17 on Christmas Day, including 15 in the fourth. And saw that one get away from them. Boy, tonight they were up 22 in the fourth. And now we're in overtime. And Anunoby hit them both. Knicks with the first 2 points of the extra session. 103-101 with 4:40 to go in the OT. Harden crosses the half-court line. Harden, lob, 3-point arc to Evan Mobley. Mobley, right of the key. Mobley holding the ball. Mobley looking, bounces it to Harden, 3 on the clock. Harden left of the lane. Harden, one on the clock. Out front, Merrill. Quick three. And Scott Foster said we had
Wait a
a
minute.
24-second shot clock
Tim,
violation.
Tim, that looked awfully quick. To call the, here it is. It was out of his hand.
But
here's it again. You know it wasn't.
24-second
call.
shot clock violation gives it to the Knicks.
Good call.
They're up 103-101 in overtime. Here's Jalen Brunson at the half-court line. Brunson against Harden, goes right by Harden into the lane, will float and score.
Bucket.
Brunson now with 38. Knicks have scored the first 4 points of the overtime. Mitchell for the Cavs against Landry Shamet, spinning into the lane. Mitchell running the lane, flipped it up, missed it. The rebound comes off to Brunson. Brunson up the left side, met by Harden. It's been a tough matchup for the Cavaliers. And Brunson has Harden one-on-one. Brunson between his legs on the dribble. Brunson still between his legs, pushes down Harden, shoots, missed, and
they called him for
the offensive foul.
Yeah, he pushed him. He was trying to draw too, Tim. He was trying to draw a foul. He at least wanted to get to the line.
Well, here we go. Cavs down 4, 3:25 to go in the overtime. Cavs have yet to score in the extra session. Harden left of the lane, out front Mobley. Evan, three, missed it. Rebound grab by OG Anunoby. With this crowd roaring in the background, Knicks with the ball in a 4-point lead, 105-101. And Brunson has it against Harden. Brunson quickly left of the key, left sideline to Anunoby. Anunoby drives, pushes into Mobley, and banks it in. So the Knicks now with the first 6 of the overtime. And it's 107-101. 2:48 to go. Harden unloads a three. Nobody drew a foul. Now, will they give it to him on the shot? No, side out. Foul is on Mikal Bridges. 3rd foul on Bridges. And for the Knicks, their first foul here in the overtime. So Harden will inbound to the right of the Cavalier bench. Harden looking, bounces it in to Mobley. Mobley on the handoff to Merrill. Merrill with 10 on the shot clock. Merrill now backs up on the dribble. Merrill gives it to Harden. Harden with 5 on the clock. Harden against Brunson. Harden, 3 ball, no. Rebound grab by Anunoby. Long pass down the floor. Brunson heads to the corner. Now he works himself into the lane, brings it out front to kill some clock. With a smart play of Brunson, and now he's got Harden on him. Here comes Merrill on a double team. Harden, lob left side, or excuse me, Brunson left side to Anunoby, comes down the lane, and it got knocked off his leg out of bounds.
Another opportunity. Come on, Cavs. 2 minutes to go.
Cavs down 6. Still haven't scored in the extra session. 2:05 to go in the OT. Donovan Mitchell. Right side Mobley. Evan, 3 ball, no. Merrill tries to save it, but he tapped it to Anunoby. Ahead to Towns. Towns scoops it up, gave it to Brunson. Cross court Shamet. 3 ball. Got it.
Bucket. Timeout. Oh, hell no. Oh, shit.
MSG erupts. The Knicks have a 9-point lead.
Hey,
they've outscored the Cavs
31
in overtime 9-0. And with this crowd roaring,
31-point turnaround. 31-point turnaround.
We'll take a wild card timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play.
Appreciate y'all sticking around. Hey, 31-point turnaround. They were up 22 in the 4th quarter. And this dude is talking about how the Knicks stepped up and they didn't. No. The Knicks woke up. They've been on ice. Like my man Primitive said. What's up, Primitive? They've been on ice. It took 3 quarters.
Redfin and Rocket Mortgage make the path to your next
like last night's game. OKC, they never woke up in theory because of the defense and the team they were playing. That was the defense. This game, New York just finally woke up. This is what you're going to get. Cleveland needed to get this game. Back to the game. This is the one they needed to get.
ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Well, it is absolute bedlam here at Madison Square Garden as the Knicks appear to be dead in the water.
They were dead, Tim.
Down 22 in the fourth quarter. They rally, tie the game, send it to overtime, and they've dominated the OT, outscoring the Cavs 9-0. Strus in for the Cavs, left wing three, got it. Max Strus hits a three ball.
Okay, that's a start.
To make it 110-104 with 1:45 left.
Rather than dribble, Merrill made the pass, Tim. That was key.
And now Mike Brown, Knick head coach, will call time. Knicks want to advance that basketball, so Max Strus comes in and immediately buries a three. Quiets the crowd somewhat. I mean, it was absolutely deafening in here during that timeout after the Landry Shamet three. The Cavaliers still with some life. Down 6, 110-104 with 1:45 to go. Cavaliers and Knicks now each have one timeout remaining.
And Tim, I think the secret to the Cavs getting back, and of course they got to get stops, but they did a couple things differently. They double-teamed Brunson, and you've got to continue to do that. He shoots too good a percentage to allow him to take Harden one-on-one. So you've got to double-team him, but then knowing that the double-team's going to happen, you have to rotate strongly to the open man. You've got to do that. Force them to make another pass so that you can have a chance to defend them.
The Cavaliers will put Merrill, Strus, Harden, Mitchell, and Mobley on the floor. So the Knicks, they're the ones now trying to close it out.
Yep.
They caught fire in that fourth quarter, and in particular, Jalen Brunson. He had a 15-point fourth quarter. He now has 2 in the overtime. 38 points in the ball game for Brunson, his 4th game of 30 or more in the postseason. It'll be Landry Shamet to inbound near sideline. Shamet throws it into Brunson. Brunson against Strus. Brunson wants a screen so he can get Harden. Brunson still double teamed though. Bounces it to Anunoby. Anunoby back to Brunson. Brunson left of the lane, will float and miss. Foul on the rebound. And I think they're going to get Sam Merrill for that one. They are. And for New York, that'll mean free throws.
And not bad. That wasn't bad defense on the side. Tim, that wasn't bad defense. You just got to get the rebound. You got to get the rebound. How could we forget that?
So it'll be Landry Shamet to inbound near sideline. First foul on the Cavs in the last 2 minutes here in the overtime. Shamet looking, got it into Brunson. Brunson again with Strus on him. Brunson looking for that screen, doesn't get it. Strus still with him. Brunson bounce right side. Anunoby in the right corner. Bridges, hold on. Oh, you got Merrill with a foul.
Really, Foster? Really?
Sam Merrill picks up the foul, but now the Cavs are over the limit. And that puts OG Anunoby at the free throw line. Sam Merrill, he hooked the arm of OG Anunoby. Anunoby missed that first free throw.
Appreciate it.
OG Anunoby with one more coming. Still a 6-point game.
Cavs need to get 3 good possessions out of this. Minute 19.
Anunoby's second one, got it. Anunoby with 9-5 in the overtime. Cavs down 7 with 1:16 to go. Strus had his pocket picked by Bridges. Loose ball goes to Brunson, and Brunson is going to take a lot of time off this 24-second shot clock. Brunson has Harden on him. Got 1 minute to go in the OT, and Brunson's pass now kicked by Merrill. And that just gave New York 5 more seconds because now they'll put 14 on the clock.
That's right, Tim.
So it's like sand through the hourglass now for the Cavaliers. Down 7. As with 59.6 to go. And this always raucous MSG crowd roaring its approval. The Knicks trying to close it out. Shamet throws it to Brunson. Brunson gets by Strus. Brunson run of the lane, hits the brakes out front. Anunoby, 3, air ball, out of bounds.
Yeah, he struggled, Tim. That hamstring, he sat out a while. They said he just came back to practices.
Here's Harden through the center circle. Harden against Brunson. Harden comes down the lane over his shoulder to Mobley. Ball deflected, grabbed by Anunoby, and he's fouled. Well, it looked like James Harden had a layup. And
Yes,
I'm
he
not
did.
sure why he gave that ball up to Mobley as he tried to thread a needle. The eye of the needle wasn't there.
Yeah, he was right there, Tim. You got to finish and then play your D.
So that's going to put Anunoby at the free throw line with 39.7 to go. And the Knicks up 7. And this one is going to be incredibly difficult to swallow. But that's NBA playoff basketball. You've got to put it behind you, and the Cavaliers will have another crack at this Thursday night here at MSG. But this one's going to hurt as Anunoby hits that first free throw. 10-point game for OG Anunoby. Cavaliers had the Knicks buried. They were up 22 in the fourth quarter of play, and they let it get away. Anunoby's second one good. OG Anunoby makes it a 9-point game with under 40 to go. Mobley into the forecourt. Mobley against Anunoby, and a foul will be called on OG Anunoby. Knicks had a foul to give. 34.9 to go. Mike Snyder and Brad Sellers coming up on the post-game show. As Harden will inbound near sideline, got it into Mitchell. Donovan, long three, didn't hit anything. Merrill got run over out of bounds by Landry Shamet. Ball goes to the Knicks. Merrill really giving James Capers an earful. Karl Anthony Towns will check in.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all have a good night. I guess I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. Game 2, West Side. I think it's 7:30. Nonetheless, I'll be here. Until next time.
To come back and win, they got it done. Inbounds Anunoby. He got fouled by Donovan Mitchell. And OG Anunoby will try to put the finishing touches on this one with 29.4 to go.
And Tim, when you look back and you're going to see what were the causes, it was managing a lead, and then they forgot what got them there. What got them there was their defense, their ability to defend and rebound. In the last 6 minutes of this game, it's almost like they forgot what the formula was.
Anunoby hit the first, and it's a 10-point lead for the Knicks. Cavaliers here in the overtime have been outscored 13-3.
Shameful.
As Anunoby hit them both. He's got 9 points in the overtime. 115-104. Mobley pulls up, shoots a three, in and out. Rebound Brunson. Brunson comes up the left side. Cavs didn't foul him. Brunson got it out front to Shamet. And the Knicks fans are up and celebrating. Knicks will take a 24-second shot clock violation, as this one will close out at MSG with the Knicks rallying from 22-point down to win it in overtime. So the Knicks go up 1-0, and they will have all sorts of momentum going into Game 2 on Thursday. Buzzer sounds, and the Knicks win it in overtime. 115-104, our final. New York goes up 1-0 in this best-of-7 series, with Game 2 set for Thursday night here at MSG. That's going to do it here at Madison Square Garden as Mike Snyder and Brad Sellers are standing by for the post-game show. Want to remind you that tonight's game one between the Cavs and the Knicks here at MSG was presented by Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cavaliers, by Huntington. Let's get more for money. Switch to Huntington Bank at huntington.com. By McDonald's for a $2 large fry every time the Cavs win, only in the McDonald's app. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cavaliers. All right, Marty, let's roll some closing credits music. And as always, people to thank. The Vice President of Broadcasting and Engineering for the Cavaliers is Joe Fritchen. I want to give a great big thank you to the dynamic duo back in Cleveland, best production tandem in the NBA, and senior producer Kurt McLaughlin, along with technical director Marty Allen. Of course, Paul Schrager here in New York, one of the best in the NBA, our engineer on site, Jim Jones. Huge thanks to you, and of course, the biggest thanks goes to you, the listeners. Hope you enjoyed it, but this will be a bitter, bitter pill for the Cavaliers as they fall in overtime in Game 1 to the New York Knicks. Our final, again, I think let's get off the scoreboard. Our final again, 115-104. There we go. So the Knicks win it in OT. Well, Jim and I will be back with you again Thursday night here at MSG for Game 2 of the Cavs and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. That game will tip at 8. Huntington Tip-Off Show will come your way at 7:30 on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. So until then, this is Tim Elkhorn saying once again, thank you very much for listening. And from Madison Square Garden in New York, so long, everybody.
Present that dirty, lose 12 to I-30. Present that dirty, present that dirty, lose 12 to I-30. 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 Present that dirty, lose 12 to I-30.
Hey, y'all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Spurs, Thunder. Till next time.
From the abyss is where I saw the last days before. Judgment of this planet through currents of world war. Hardcore from tip off to quarter number 4. Nigga, what you gon' do when the feds at your door? With that Glock shit, your block shit, locked it down. Better rock shit on stage, apocalypse now. Manage your time while the clock tick. International hostage with the hot clips. See if they can stop this. Aliens that's watching us from cockpits. Soon to release the virus that be toxic. 666, more deadly than your classic Marv flick. Pushing for us toward production, keep it crumb from introduction. Now what's my function? Push it together like conjunctions. These motherfucking politicians don't want it bumping, but we dropping jewels. Styles identical to killing tools. You'll be left to die on this earth if you're not willing to accept the truth. Black Eagle team to provide the proof. You stand accused from the black man that's been abused. A nigga bomb with a short fuse. I represent that dirty, Luke 12 to I-30. Some niggas hustle beat another nigga slanging birdies. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. What? We represent that dirty. You don't wanna battle me, nigga. I brought that Southern Brigade. It's gonna take a whole cavalry of niggas to try to stop the onslaught. Perform hot in southern spots. Keep that gold 7-shot cock. Now you chop across the parking lot and kicking rocks. Coming out your shoes, stuffing your socks. The dreadlocks got your verbal vehicle on lock. When shit pops, I can count on my studs road. Niggas, they don't stop. Now tell me what's your ambition? Incarcerated like my nigga Clinton. Loose terrorist to San Quentin. And can I mention South Dallas, the North Denton. Snatching mics and slapping niggas, got these hoes flinching. This here's big pimpin'. Step in the club, right leg limping. Head to the bar, I'm about to start tripping. Or hit the stage and mind start flipping. This Black Eagle team, third coast, third dimension. We on the scent, we represent that dirty. Luke 12 to I-30. To me, the future's clear, but other nigga vision's blurry. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worth to represent that dirty. Luke 12 to I-30. Some niggas hustle, meet another nigga slanging birdies. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. What? They represent that dirty. For my South niggas. All my Dallas, Texas niggas. All my Houston, Texas niggas.